Sophisticated mama, come on, you disco lady. Yeah, stay with me tonight, mom. Yeah. If you hear any noise, it ain't the boys, it's ladies night. But it's about ladies night, stepping out ladies night. But it's about ladies night, stepping out ladies night. Yes, it's ladies night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies night. Oh what a night. On disco lights, your name will be seen. You can fulfill all your dreams. Party here, party there, everywhere. This is your night, baby. You got to be there. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight. Everything's gonna be night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night, tonight, everything's gonna be It seems like just the other day that we hooked up. I was driving, you was walking, and I swooped you up. From that moment on, I knew you were the one. I was single, you was lonely, and we fell in love. We would sit and talk for hours about anything. Baby, you hang up, no, you hang up on 3 hang up. I bought you if I paid you and I gave you everything. Said you'd always be my baby, then you lied. How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? How you gonna change it up? We just finished making up. How you gonna act like that? How you gonna act like we don't be making love? You know we be tearing it up, breaking stuff like hell love. How you gonna share it? How can you forget it? How you gonna act like that? Girl, I never thought that loving you would hurt. I did everything I could, man, would you make it work? Girl, you should have told me you had second thought. Like before I put the down on the house we bought. Now I'm thinking you and me was a mistake. But then it hits me and I'm missing all the love we made. Girl, I know that we've been going through some things, but the sun is somewhere shining even when it rains. I'll be the one you kick it to. I'll be the one that misses you. I'll be the one to eat, babe. I'll be the one you won't forget. You'll be the one I can't forget. You'll be the one that's innocent. You'll be the one I can't deny. You'll be the one that makes me cry. What you do? But you gotta act right. How you gonna change it up? We just finished making up. How you gonna act right? But I need you. How you gonna act like we don't be making love? You know we be tearing it up, breaking stuff making love. How you gonna share it? How can you forget? How you gonna act like that? You know I'm willing to do anything just to keep you in my head. I messed around and gave up everything I thought we never. Yes, I was a player and I made the choice to give my heart to you. And I gotta keep it that way. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Why you gotta treat me this way? Why you treat me wrong? How you gonna act? Somebody tell me why you gonna act like we don't be making love? You know we be tearing it up. We can say that in a love. How you gonna all my friends became your friends. All my ears became your ears. Keep it like all I want you to. And let go. I need you. All I need is you, baby. Oh, you All right. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vonda here with Dame Frankie and Belle Mort, and this is Ladies Night. Now, tonight, we have a couple of topics for you. The first topic is how men fall out of love. And the second topic is submission. You don't have to say a word. Now, the way we're going to do these topics, we're going to take a couple of songs and we're going to do a discussion breakdown where we will play a little snippet of the song and we'll go into a discussion regarding those lyrics. But first, before I do that, I do want to give a shout out to my beautiful panel. I have Belle Mort here and Dame Frankie. I also want to send a shout out to K Black Seed Supreme, Khadijah Hunter, Bishmilla Rabani. Hey, Lucy. Lucy's in the house. Hassan Burton. Thank you guys for showing up for Ladies Night. Yellow Rose of Texas. Hello. We have Remy Norris in the chat. We also have Iron Fist. Everybody showed up. Just DeAndre showed up. Thank you for coming through, my brother. T. Washington, hello. Shout out to you. So we have a really great show for you guys tonight. Emmanuel Briggs, peace to you. Thanks for showing up for Ladies Night. So, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a snippet of the first song. Now, the first song that we're going to go into is dealing with the first topic, which is how men fall out of love. We're going to play a song called Nothing Left to Say by Mint Condition. And I'm going to play a small portion of the song, and then we're going to have a little discussion. We'll also take questions from the live chat. So if you guys have some questions with regards to what's going on or any comments, we definitely will try to get to everyone. So first, without any further ado, I'd like to say, hey, Dame. Hey, Belle. What's up? How are you ladies doing tonight?
Pretty good, Vonda. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So here we go. Let me play a little bit of the song and then we'll take it from there.
Sounds good.
So listen up. Love was so strong, at least at the beginning. Who would have thought that ever be an ending? We had it all, but it's like we've run into a wall. Now we try to talk, but just end up fighting. Try making up, but there's just no denying. Just ain't the same no more. What are we putting ourselves to all this for? Talking hear me, but you can't communicate. Cause you're not listening. Cause these are two different things. Now I see you what it takes to have been blinded by the one you love so deeply. Cause the very things that make me love you are the things pushing me your way now. And since we stand here with love, left to say, and all I could do for you, I should have done before now. And since we stay here, there's nothing left to say. Okay, so let's start there. Now, the first thing that I could hear with regards to the problem was there seemed to be a problem with communication. And sometimes when we're in relationships, the problems with communications are so subtle in the beginning And then if there is no remedy found to that problem, it becomes something that gets out of control. Let's say, for instance, you know, in the verse he's talking, you talk and hear me, but you can't communicate. And to me, that sounds like she's actually talking at him and not talking to him. And a lot of times we do that in relationships. You know, when we're talking out of anger, we're not mindful of how we're speaking to the person. We're just speaking out of complete anger. So therefore, there's no tact, there's no continuity, there's no structure. It's just a rant on the anger that we feel at that moment. And when you are, you know, acting that way with an individual, nobody wants to hear that. So I would think that he would probably block her out. You know, they would have instances where they would fight. He doesn't want to hear that. So, I mean, what is your take on it, ladies?
Okay. I've always seen you've seen couples in the beginning of their relationship. They're all cute and lovey dovey, finishing each other's sentences, and they seem like they so in love that nothing can break them up. Then after a while, you hear them arguing and fussing. And when you listening to them, you realize they're so busy fussing and trying to get their point across, they're not even listening to each other. So they're not communicating with each other. They're not listening to each other. They just so intent on getting what they say across. And uh, and sometimes I've been that way where I was so intent on getting my point across, I wasn't really listening to what the guy was saying. I was trying to get my point across, trying to get my point of view in, or trying to get my words out. You know, because sometimes I feel if I get my words out, I get to say what I want to say, then I can listen to you. But if I can't, all I'm thinking about, I'm waiting for you to stop talking so I can say what I want to say. Yeah, and sometimes we get like that. We get like that with our partners, because we wanna, and we stop listening. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think also a problem can be that you're a lot of words are coming out of your mouth, but you're not really getting down to the root problem.
Mm-hmm.
You're not communicating what you really want to say, and that gets frustrating. Like me, I'm a direct person, so I'm gonna state the problem right there up front, and then build on that. That's how usually a discussion is supposed to go. You don't just sit up there and beat around a bush and bring up all this other kind of stuff. And like you said, it turns into just this rant about other things that are not that have nothing to do with the situation at hand, and that becomes tiresome. A lot of people just do not know how to communicate. Communication is a two-way street, and one person has to be listening, but you also have to be actually saying something. So, and we talked about before, like the passive aggressive stuff in one of our other, streams, that
Uh-huh.
kind of thing. Sometimes people don't communicate at all. They walk around slamming doors, and that's
Mhm.
their form of communication instead of just speaking and saying what's on their mind. That could really be a detriment to a relationship because you're not communicating at all.
You know what? I agree
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. The passive aggressiveness. Like, okay,
Hmm.
so for instance, let's say that when it comes to, getting into a disagreement. Now, when you're talking about the communication, now there was a part in the song where he was saying those things that you did before are now the things that, I love them, but now they irritate me. Okay. So now let's say, for instance, the thing that he loved most about her was that she was so spontaneous. She was so bubbly. She was so energetic, and he was just so, enthralled with her. because we know, like, when we first get into relationships, we're really into that person based on the attraction that we feel for that person. For the most part, I'm not going to say that it's like that in every single situation, but usually when you get into a relationship, it's due to a physical or visual attraction that you have with that person. And then you go on to find the other, physicalities, like with the conversation and whatnot. But for him, he liked the fact that she was so spontaneous and so energetic, and just had a lot of energy. He loved that about her. But then after a while, with the poor communication, he realized that she she interrupted him a lot. He could never finish a freaking thought, because every time he got ready to speak, here she goes blurting something out. So, I would think, at what point would he have mentioned that to her before it became a complete irritant to him? You see what I'm saying?
Well, hmm
In a
maybe
time
at the
when there's
time.
not an argument.
Mm,
I think you would mention that kind of stuff at a time when you're not fighting. In a sort of a safe zone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Just when it's not. Don't wait till something blows up and then start throwing all that stuff out there at that time. Mention it at a time when you're just having a conversation about things, and when you're both calm and can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it in the middle of an argument and say, well, you always interrupt me. That just escalates the argument even further. I would do it at a time when you're not arguing, like, can we have a
hmm
conversation,
hmm
just on a different day, about that. And just say, hey, some of the stuff that frustrates me when we get into an argument or we get into a disagreement is yada, yada, yada. This happens or that happens. That's how both should communicate with each other, not when
hmm
you're in the midst of an argument.
I agree with that.
Or
Oh, go ahead, Dame.
um, or sometimes they feel wrong for being irritated by a thing. Like, say the woman, she's into taking care of a family friend. She goes see about this one, see about that one. It looks admirable. She's seeing about her people, seeing about her friends. But then after a while, it start interfering in your plans and y'all plans and stuff like that. And you feel bad because it could be she's taking care of sick parents, she's taking care of sick relatives, or is a friend that's in a medical emergency and she's the only one you call it. So you don't say nothing too much in the beginning because you feel bad for not wanting her to do so much for everybody else. You feel kind of selfish. So sometimes it just builds up, and the fight was really about that, but you used something else that irritated you and blew up, and then you start bringing all this stuff up, and so there's another lack of communication there. Or she's not hearing you because she think you being selfish for her not running every time somebody call. hmm
Yeah, as far as those as the things not being like it is in the beginning, that honeymoon period, that they call, that things sort of normalize themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and you get back to everyday life. That's just like the little fairy tale part. I mean, you still are, attracted and into each other, but you got shit to do. You got things to do, and you have to make sure you're not shirking your responsibilities, and not so into each other that you're, not doing getting things done that you need to get done as well. So I think that's where that comes in. And in the beginning, yeah, you're gonna be. I don't think you're less into each other. It's just you realize that you can't just be, you know, derelict in your other duties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Yeah. So Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. But but when does it become you taking care of your stuff, and then it's just every time, every moment, every second, and stuff like that, and and or maybe he trying to said, look, I'm gonna be the bad guy. You tell him I said no. It's like, well, I can't tell him no, and he's trying to keep you from wearing yourself out, or going back and forth, and the next thing you know, you're fighting because she feels like he's telling her what to do or trying to keep her from doing anything when he's just trying to protect her and make sure she gets rest, or be the bad guy for her, be the shield and say no. I take the phone and say no, she can't do it, and hang up. I've seen and had that done where the guy was protecting me because he knew I couldn't say no, so he just grabbed the phone. No, she can't do it, and
But
hung up.
But
but
that's
Hmm.
the issue on your part then,
I
because
mean,
Hmm.
because I
but
mean,
would we not say that communication with in regards to a relationship is one of the most important things, and miscommunication in relationships is one of the biggest downfalls of a relationship. Um, when he saw that, maybe that there were certain things about her, that, they weren't necessarily, okay, we might have a problem. Like I had mentioned earlier, where he said where she interrupts all the time. You know, you stated that, it wouldn't be best to mention that, when they're in an argument, that would be the most inopportune time to mention it. It would be, I would think, he would want to mention something like that, like when they're in a good time. Let's say for instance they're at a restaurant and he's trying to order and she interjects. After that situation, I would think it would be a good time, for him to say, hey, when I was ordering, and you interrupted, I did know what I wanted, and I wanted my eggs, sunny side up. I didn't want them scrambled, but that, like I said, that was something he thought was cute in the beginning, but it's starting to annoy him. I would think it would be better for him to actually tell her something like that, when they're in a good time.
right.
I mean, do you think she would take it bad and be like, and that would be the whole argument right there?
It depends on the woman, I guess. Yeah, there's no way of knowing. It depends on the person.
This is true. This is true. Well,
But as far
Peace.
as the other what Dame Frankie was talking about, about doing things and the miscommunication there, I would say that somebody said it in the chat, a relationship is a two-way street. And
mm-hmm.
you doing things for other people and neglecting your relationship is not a good thing as well, because if you think about it, how many times have you had girlfriends that you don't hear from them when they got a boyfriend? Now they're not going to be up jumping doing stuff for you and letting their relationship fail if they're trying to make it work just because they want to do something for somebody else. That doesn't happen. So I mean, people should realize that, you should work on that. If that person is not in dire straits and does not, it's not life or death, then you can tell them no. So I mean, that's all I wanted to say about that part. But I mean, I don't see why that part should be a huge issue. Yeah, you want to do things for your friends and family, but when they got a man or something, you think they gonna dish you. That happens all the time.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
happens all the time. I know. So that that part communicating, I mean, that should just be like either hey, you tell them no or or you don't. And if you're telling him no, I'm never gonna tell them no and I don't want to say no to them, how does that make him feel? They like you really don't care
Exactly.
about him that much.
Mm.
Peace, family. What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Hey
Peace,
Lucy.
Lucy. Hey,
Yeah.
how are
Hey,
you?
Lucy.
Hey, I've been trying to say something for a minute, man. I don't know why my Bluetooth shit don't work over here, y'all. But I'm here tonight, y'all. I'm here. I just had the first birthday party ever in my life, ever in my life, and it happened in Ghana. Fuck the
For you?
states. It took,
For your
took
You
Ghana to give
had
me
a
my
birthday,
motherfucking party
Moochie?
birthday?
exact man. So I'm
Wow.
up, I'm hyped, and let's get ladies' night. Let's
All
get it.
right, let's do it.
The
So it
first
sounds
one
like we talking
ever?
about fuck niggas tonight. Sound like we talking about some fuck shit tonight, like bullshit, right? Like shit people do, right?
Yeah, I'm not, but I don't know.
It all depends on the person that you're talking to. You know,
Hmm.
it all
So
depends.
I kind of heard what Bell was saying. I kind of heard what Dang was saying, but it was in and out because I was switching, Bluetooth devices and stuff like that. But it sounded like, um, we're being expected to do certain things and not getting the same mutual respect.
No, that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about
Or I might
communication.
be
It was
too gangster. I might be too gangster. Am I too gangster tonight? I'm sorry.
No, we were talking about communication, just the communication part right now.
yeah, the
Oh yeah.
communication in a relationship and how communication is very key. You know, we just actually went through a verse of Mint Condition song, Nothing Left to Say. And a big component of that verse was regards to communication. You know, he was saying, you know, basically the stuff that I loved about you in the beginning is what's pushing us apart now, you know, and he says you can talk and hear, but you can't communicate, you know,
Well,
so
I think that's what I said. I said it sounded like some fuck shit, and we're not getting what we're putting out and not getting it back. Yeah, that's what I thought y'all were talking about. Huh? Not no reciprocation. Huh? Bullshit. Shit. Yeah, keep going.
Hmm.
Mm. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the gangster version of everything.
okay.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
So what about, you know, the part, you know, he says, you know, we try to talk, but we end up fighting. Okay. Now,
As we fighting, are we talking? As we fighting is we talking. If I'm not raising my voice and you not raising my voice, the only way we fighting is if you raising your voice or if I'm raising my voice. But if I'm not raising my voice, but see, this is the thing with these niggas. See, I don't have to raise my voice. I can talk just like this and say some shit you don't fucking like, right? I'm not raising my voice at all. But I can say some real ass 100 check mark emoji goddamn shit that's 100 and you don't like what I'm saying. And then you mad. But why is we arguing? We not arguing. I'm
well,
just saying some real shit and I'm saying it real nice, but you don't like what I'm saying. So now we got a problem.
okay, well, let's
But it's
get to that.
facts.
You know, basically, the of what you're saying, he doesn't like what you're saying. You know,
So if you don't like what I'm saying, it's probably maybe the truth. I mean, what is it that I'm saying? Because see, this is what I have learned, and now my newly I ain't gonna tell you how many years. I'm 31. Just put it that way. I'm 31. So in my years of experience on this earth, if I'm saying something you don't like, and I'm saying it in a calm manner, like how I am now, and you don't like it, it's part of the truth. But if I'm saying some shit in some boom quisha way, nigga, dip, bit, blit, fuck you, nigga, did, then it probably is some bullshit. But if I'm real calm and I'm saying some real shit to you and you don't like what I'm saying, nigga, you probably done did the shit that I'm saying and you just don't have no answer for it. And you mad because I done seen the shit in your phone. You mad because I got evidence. And then you mad because I know the truth and you don't have no logical lie or anything that will even make even any type of fucking sense, that will make me think otherwise that's not true. The only time a nigga gonna get mad at what you saying when you talking calm and you not arguing, you not cussing, you not throwing your neck, you not throwing your hand, you not doing none of that shit. Shut up, nigga. I got some niggas in the background right now, so we can have a real good discussion right here, y'all, because I got some niggas in the background. They have a problem with what I'm saying right now. Look, if I'm calm and you getting mad, why is you mad? I'm trying to talk to you. Why is you getting
Well,
upset?
but you know what? I think a lot of times it does depend on how we deliver the message. I'm going to read a comment from the chat. Water Sniper says, I think many men fall out of love because he may not feel appreciated. Some women make a man feel like all he is here for is to keep the bills on, get sex on when she wants to, etc.
That
And
sound like some bitch ass nigga shit.
well, you know what? With regards to that, there are two people in the relationship. It's not just a woman, it's not just a man. There are two people, and
So nigga, you that lame, you feel used? You
and
feel
any
used?
and any one of those two people can feel neglected or put upon. you know I definitely feel that could be a case why sometimes men can fall out of love.
Fall out of love because okay, so they're being underappreciated. Okay, I get that. I get that. Being underappreciated. I get that.
but
See, I
that's
don't have that
if
problem.
but
I
that's
can't
if
relate. I
but
can't relate.
Lucy, that's if he is a man that's worthy of appreciation. That is if he's a man who is doing everything that he needs to do, and he's not cheating on his woman. He's going out and going to work and bringing home the paycheck and making sure the household is taken care of, and he's spending time with his children. That is to say if that is that type of man, you know but if
So it sounds like he chose wrong. It sounds like he chose wrong. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like he chose wrong. That's what it sounds like to me because it sounds like somebody to me that deserved to be served every day. Served. Served. When you get home, you dirty. You getting bathed. You getting massaged. Cocoa butter. Shea butter. Whatever butter or whatever you want. You born on the bed, you sweat it, you need a bath. I got the meal for you. Ain't in the microwave. She home cooked. It sounds like he chose wrong.
I agree. He did choose wrong, and that's why he would fall out of
That
love
ain't my
with her.
problem.
That's why he
That's
was.
not my problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, you guys, I'm going to play the next snippet of the song and we can take it through that portion, okay? So listen up. Touch my heart, and we're so giving, spirit so free. You drew me in, and I felt so deep. I cannot see my life without you in it. Girl, you gave me a lot of attention. Somehow the feeling turned into crazy possessive. It was always there, but I didn't look deeper. If I would, I'd have seen no limits. Talking hear me, but you can't communicate. 'Cause you're not listening. No, these are two different things. Now I see what it means to have been blinded by the one you love so deeply. I had my pride, girl, and you had your pain. So deep inside you, wanted to have your thing. Irritated, frustrated, and hurt. Baby, this is so confusing, girl. I thought this was the real thing for sure. So there is things that made me love you. All the things pushing me your way. Right now, I'm telling you, something to say. All I could do for you, I should have done before. And there's been standing love to let you wish I had a word to try it again. Must have found a way. 'Cause there's nothing left to say. Okay. So that right there, he said a lot. He said a lot. Now, so I'm going to break this down, in the way that I saw it. He's saying that she gave him a lot of attention. Okay. But the attention turned into crazy possessive. Okay. So what it sounds like to me, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen a relationship like this, where, the woman, plays particular attention to her man, and she is, shows that little possessiveness, like, oh, you talked to the waitress a little bit too long, or why was you smiling at her like that? And he was like, oh, that's cute, look at her, she being jealous, that's so cute, you so adorable, look at that, you know and then it kind of goes a little bit further, because then she starts checking his phone. His mama calls and she wants to know, why did you spend 45 minutes on the phone with your mom? Oh, was that really your cousin that called? Where are you going? When are you going to be back? Who is that? What are you doing? It doesn't take that long to do that. So when it comes to that, it sounded like at first, it sounded like when she did those types of things, he was like, oh, how cute. She's jealous, it's adorable. But then after a while, it got to a point where he wasn't able to, be on his own without her being possessive. I mean, have you guys ever come across a case of that? I mean, can you see how that can push a man away at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I would be running for the hills. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I can understand that. You think it's cute at first, but then they get a little too possessive. Next thing you know, you waking up at night and she got a knife to your throat talking about where you been or how come you didn't call me. That's getting a little crazy. But yeah, I can see how somebody can, start not enjoying that person's company.
So I mean, is not that we even have to have a fault with it, but I mean, what do you think, really could have been done? When it comes to that, was he, like Deborah Real saying, people tend to ignore the red flags? Was he ignoring the red flags because he was just so excited and so attracted and, so, enthralled with her that he was like, oh, that's cute. She's beautiful. I think she's great, and then all of a sudden she was crazy.
Probably. Probably, because people tend to do that. Just like Deborah said, people tend to ignore that stuff. Especially, cute face and thick in the waist. With the men be like, "Oh, she fine," and then turn out to be like, "Yeah, that ain't gonna make up for the craziness she exhibiting, though." But yeah, people tend, men and women, do the same thing. You ignore that stuff, and you find out later on that you should have either talked about it, nipped it in the bud in the beginning, or just went your separate ways.
But I mean, like when you're at the beginning, I mean, what's the what do you call it, the deal breaker? Like if she's just a little jealous, I mean, when do you have that talk, or when do you think he should have had that talk? Because to me, it just sounds like the way he did it, he was, caught up in the excitement of the relationship. He just let things progress the way they progressed, but when it got to be too much, it was like, oh no, this girl is a headache. I can't do this no more. I can't even go to the bathroom without her saying, who's in there with you? Why you was in the bathroom that long?
Well, you can do it that way and wait till it becomes an issue and then say something. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. I would say what the best is to be address it when you first see those signs in the beginning. You're like, look, I'm not gonna have to get a restraining order, am I? you know, sometimes I mean, bring it up at some point because
Hold on. Hold on. Anybody that knows that they got fire genitals, know you got fire genitals. So if you got fire genitals, you know if you dicking somebody to fuck down, and you know if you riding the fuck out that nigga, and you know he gonna go fucking crazy because you a squirter, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga laying that pipe, and you know if you give it up to the other motherfucker, that bitch or that nigga gonna go fucking crazy. So if you surprised That you done laid it down. How many songs that we got from 1995, shit, 1965 to goddamn 2020 right now? How many songs is talking about laying it down, candy liquor, all that shit? So if you laying it down and the motherfucker go crazy, what you expect? So now you want to trip because I'm going crazy because you didn't digmatize me. You done laid the pipe. You done had me going crazy. My eyeballs is rolling back. I'm singing opera. I'm singing hitting Beyonce notes that I didn't even know my Newport throat. I didn't even know my Newport throat could even hit Beyonce, motherfucking Whitney Houston, goddamn notes. You know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow, when I want to know where you at and what you doing and why you ain't answer my text, I just sent you a text message 30 seconds ago and you didn't respond to my shit. Then why is you tripping? You knew what type of dick you had and you gave it to me. You gave it to me. Huh? Your mama ain't tell you? Your daddy ain't tell you? Huh? Huh? The bitch that you fucked before me and she went crazy and she keyed up your car like on Friday. Now I gotta get Day Day. I gotta get Day Day to chase your motherfucking ass. Come on, man. We in 2020, man. Come on. If we not teaching these young motherfuckers know they see our shit on Instagram. Come on now. You dumb as fuck if you giving up them goddamn genitals and not expecting some repercussions to come behind us. You cannot fuck the shit out of somebody in 2020 and not expect no goddamn repercussions. What is we talking about right now, y'all? I digress.
Okay, well,
Okay,
now
that's extreme. I don't care how
okay,
good. And I had good D, and I was stigmatized. I ain't never went crazy like that. I didn't get crazy possessive. If
Damn, you
that's you,
lying. You lying, damn, you lying. You lying, damn, you lying.
I'm
You
not.
lying,
I'm
damn,
not
you
lying.
lying.
I'm not lying. I just kept him too busy to look anywhere else. He was too
Damn, I
exhausted
don't know
to
how old
find
you is, but
anybody
if
else.
you was over 31, you was lying. You was lying. You was lying. If you over 31, then you was lying. But I digress.
Okay, but
I'm
hey, then again, I might. It
gonna
could be because I got good P and he got good D. When good P and good D meet together, they don't need nobody else.
a good formula, huh?
Yep, yep.
okay. Well, sometimes the D and the P, it makes the big difference. I can understand that. The D and the P can actually keep you together. I mean, when you guys have that type of connection with someone, you have a strong physical, sexual connection with someone. Sometimes you can tend to overlook, some of the negative. And let's say that their connection was so electric with him that he overlooked her possessiveness,
Hmm.
until he realized he couldn't call his mama no more without having to have an argument with her, you know. Or if his cousin called him, he was going to have a problem. Or if he was at the grocery store 10 minutes too long, she found 3 unaccounted minutes and she wanted to know what the hell he was doing for that 3 damn minutes, you know.
Yeah, that's a little overboard.
And at that point, I think it does become a little bit obsessive. It becomes a little bit crazy, but it seems like that's what he's talking about. That's what it came to. She started out being possessive, and he thought the shit was cute, and it was just like adorable, and then it got to be unbearable. And the passion and the physical connection that they had with each other, it wasn't enough to keep him there you know So if she never knew what it was that she was doing that caused him to fall out of love with her, what was she supposed to do if he never discussed any of that with her?
Oh,
Hmm.
that's why you have to make sure you are communicating. Um,
Hmm.
I
And
mean,
and you
there's
don't
no
play
such
off the red flags. You don't play off the red flags or let yourself get into it's cute baby babe. I seen that baby I have no eyes for no woman but you. They play it off like that thinking it's all cute, or the P is so good they ignoring the red flags until they see her go wild out crazy. when she's chasing somebody down the highway with a baseball bat and crashing out their car, and the police gotta hold her down, jump on her, three or four of them hold her down. Little bitty bird woman had the strength to fight four police officers. Then again, it could have been real punkish police officers following her. But anyway,
Okay, so K Black Seed Supreme says we as black men have to be strong enough and have enough confidence in ourselves to balance the crazy. Now, you know what, K Black Seed, I'm gonna ask you, as you being a black man, and I'm going to assume that that's what you are, how do you balance the crazy, and how crazy is too crazy? You know, I mean, I do feel that at some point, he should have, related to her, said, hey, you know what, you're being a little bit too much, and we need to, nip this in the bud, before things get out of hand. And, I talk to my mom once a week or twice, a month, and, I don't want to have an issue with it. And, assure her that, he's not cheating on her. But if it comes to be a deeper issue, let's say she has abandonment issues, what would you guys say his responsibility is with that? Like, oh, cut his losses and say, hey, you know what, you got issues, I need to just dip. Or just say, you know what, baby, you need to get some help, we need to work on this, because I love you and I want to make this work.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you don't do no stupid fucking retarded ass shit, you don't have to deal with my fucking crazy. Because I told y'all before, I know how to talk to you like this. I know how to give you the sexy voice. I know how to be soft. I know how to be gentle. But if you do some dumb ass fucking shit, I'm gonna come to you with the Mossberg, the cutlass, the machete, the fucking like. So don't complain because your car is fucked up. Your job is fucked up. And the police is on your yard. Depends on what you done did. So it like it as far as a relationship is, what are you doing? You don't see crazy unless you do something stupid. So
Mm-hmm.
how
That
K Black Seed,
sometimes.
how do you balance the crazy? There will be no crazy to balance if you're doing what the fuck you're supposed to be fucking doing. And then I don't have to talk to you like this if you're not retarded. Cause see, I don't have to be retarded. I don't.
Wow.
okay,
I have to disagree with
yeah,
some.
but I've seen the one they don't take it out on the dude because they love him. No, they don't trust other women, and they take it out on the women. You wave at him, she's coming to you. What you waving at him? What you know him from? Don't mess with him. He's mine. You get that crazy. That crazy. Don't all the time mess with the man. She goes after who she think is her competition and stuff like that. She tries to take over, you know, um, uh, situations with his mother and stuff like that. Cook for him so that, oh, you don't need to go there. Oh, your mother be just fine. Oh, I'll go handle it. I'll go see what, do all kind of little stuff like that. Be ready to jump on family members because she don't believe
For
that's your
what?
family members.
For what, Dame? For what, Dame?
Be-
Why do I need to chase his family members? Why do I need to chase his mother? Why do I need to
because
compete with the women in his family? Because if I am his wife, I am his queen, I don't have to chase anyone. If he is a man and he is doing what he's supposed to do, I don't have to chase no one. I sit on my throne and do my job. The fuck?
I think that was the example in the song, though. Wasn't he saying that he was doing what he was supposed to do, but she was just being crazy for no reason?
Then he chose wrong. What the fuck? He chose
sometimes it
wrong.
be
That
like
nigga
that.
chose wrong.
Yeah. Sometimes they're just that insecure. Their insecurity makes them crazy.
And when he
Look,
chooses wrong, then that means that won't he be falling out of love with her and be ready to leave?
look, we gotta be real with
Yeah.
ourselves. We
Mhm.
always know that we choose the opposite. We always know deep down inside we choose that motherfucker that we know we not supposed to be with, but we choose them for whatever reason why we choose them. And the shit ends bad, and we know it's gonna end bad from the fucking beginning. So why do we complain? Let's be on some real adult shit tonight. Why do we complain?
Mhm.
You knew the motherfucker was bad for you. The bitch, the nigga, you knew he was bad. She was bad. Why did you do it? Okay, then if you did, if this is the reason why you chose it because of good genitals, the money, the charisma, the clout, whatever reason why you chose mother, you know it's a timeline on that motherfucker. So you can't extend the timeline and be like, oh, I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm gonna try to make it work, males or females. I'm gonna try to make it work, and then when the shit don't work, now you mad. Why?
So,
So
so
even
K
though he
Black
chose
Seed
wrong,
Supreme says you can't make her feel insecure with all the lying. We got to show and prove to her that she is all we want. And you know what, K Black Seed Supreme, I agree with that. But what if you're dealing with a woman who might be a little bit unstable? But at the time you didn't know that she was unstable. So all your assurance app does absolutely nothing for her. She's still not able to get past it and work it out, you know,
Then
because
he in a fucked up situation. He need to run. Shit. What
that's
you
what I
gonna
was
do?
gonna ask.
Yeah.
Gotta
Mhm.
What do you
run.
reckon? Wouldn't that mean that he would just go, get out of that situation?
Gotta leave.
Well, I think that's what the song was talking about. And I mean, he's making a song about it, but talking about she acting crazy like this, then that's when you leave. Hence the reason I think Vonda played that because it ties in with the topic how men fall out of love. I would definitely fall out of love with somebody like that who was acting
Mhm.
crazy
Mhm.
like that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this to get some background. Are you talking about men just simply falling out of love? Or are you talking about over years? Because realistically thinking, if you get married at 19, 20, 21, do you really expect to be in love with a motherfucker 30, 40, 50 years from then? If you didn't grow up with this motherfucker and they your best friend and y'all cool, y'all jive like y'all know y'all like brother and sister, and you got married, if I mean, why do we think that we can love somebody and be now you could be loyal and be down and not betray a motherfucker, but for real, being in that same in love how you was at 20, the same at 50,
Well,
really?
we know
Especially in
that
America.
that's
Especially in
not
America.
going to happen, because we change over time. But
That's what I'm saying.
this is funny. I thought it was funny what Water Sniper said. We like the crazy. We think it's cute that the woman is acting like that until she pulls a knife and she gives that look. And
Exactly.
Nigga, the crazy keep you excited. The
that's
nigga,
basically what the song is talking about. The song is talking about, yeah, that shit you did, that made me love you and I thought was so cute. Now it's too much, babe. It's way too much. So, Water Sniper, how crazy is too crazy, when she pulls a knife out or when you can't ever call your mama or your cousin or your sisters because she got a problem with that and you got to be with her, or she
oh
got
no,
to leave
she
you
crazy.
alone, or you
She
come in the
crazy.
house after you come in the house from work, you got to drop your pants so she can smell your penis to make sure it
Nah,
doesn't
she crazy.
smell like iris cream or
But
smell
why is
like
she doing that though? Hold on, Vonda. You cover too much shit.
it's on
Hold
her
on, Vonda.
insecurities. I'll back up.
Yeah, you
Insecurity.
cover too much shit because niggas do different shit. Now, if a female is actually asking you to drop trial so she can smell your dick and all that shit, it's one of two things. Either you done did some shit to make her feel like she needs to do that, which she is retarded for staying, because if you feel like you gotta do that shit to a nigga, you need to fucking leave. Number two, if she's doing that and you know you're not cheating, then you need to leave her because she's probably going to kill you in your sleep. So either way, it's not a good situation. It's not a good if people are
Yeah.
doing extreme shit, Like, why do we continue allowing people to do extreme shit? If you are a fuck boy, if you are a fuck girl, and the shit is getting too heated, too hot, where your life is in danger, like either you need to change what you're doing or stop trying to have people fall in love with you and then you pull the trick bag on them. Because I'm telling you, you can get yourself killed. Like I don't understand. Like I don't understand the conversations. Like when people say, "Oh, people too crazy." What? How am I crazy? Either you already crazy, or you made me crazy over you. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
crazy. People think I'm crazy. I'll fuck you up. Sure will. Sure will. But you gotta do something to make me fuck you up. I'm not gonna fuck you up just because I'm crazy. You gotta do something to me to make me fuck you up. So when these people tell these stories, did they do some bullshit to make somebody fuck them up? Or is they a fuckboy themselves and they deserve to be fucked up? Let's talk about that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never got into no situation like that before. So
Hey,
good question.
men
Mm.
fall out of love. To bring it back around, men fall out of love, I believe, for many different reasons. And let's just get rid of the fuck shit, right? The bullshit, right? Men can fall out of love because maybe their interest has changed over the years. Maybe you have grown apart.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he thought things was going to be a certain way, but not like I said, no fuck shit, just no shit, no fuck shit involved, no dishonesty, no dishonesty, no disloyalty, none of that. People change over the years, so it's different reasons why. I give you all an example. My first husband, the one I got my daughter with, right? We was good at the beginning because both of us were Christians. But if we had stayed married through the years, we got married in 2000, 2002. We divorced like a year later, right? And basically it was a note. So it really was no marriage. But this is the thing. We had no promise with each other other than his religion. Because when I woke up in 2005, he was a Christian and I was pulling away from Christianity. Now here it is in 2020. If we had stayed married, even though he said, "Oh, I don't have to go to church. I don't have to go to church for him." Don't they say a family that prays together stays together? So we're not praying together. We're not staying together. He going to church. I'm not going to church. He taking the children to church. I don't like the fuck the shit he don't like the Bible shit. But now, hold on now. So even if I say, okay, because I was raised Christian, I would deal with it, right? So let's fast forward if we were still together to 2015 when he became an Orthodox Jew.
Mm.
Now, I'm you can go ahead and say I'm agnostic. I'm agnostic. I'm not atheist, but I'm agnostic, right? So with me changing agnostic or me staying Christian, how the fuck is we gonna be together and he's an Orthodox Jew and he black? So now we gotta retrain our children. They read a whole different. So he could possibly fall out of love with me because our religion has changed.
Mm.
The way we decide to live our life. So through the whole 10-year process of our religion changing, we can fall out of love with each other, right? We can still be friends, we can still co-parent and things like that, but that love, that bond, that chemistry that once brought us together at the beginning, as we grow, we have grown apart. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Men can fall out of love for the same reasons. I think that we try to separate men's emotions from women's emotions. They're the same. They're actually the same. Happy and sad and angry, all that is the same. It's no different word. It's just how they react to their emotions and how we react to our emotions And then it's based on how our parents taught us how to deal with our emotions. So if you got a man that didn't have his father in his life to teach him how to deal with his anger, how to deal with his happiness, how to deal with his sadness, how to deal with his dick, how to deal with any of that, same thing with a female. If her mother wasn't there to teach her how to deal with all her shit, then what you got, right? So again, we can fall in and out of love with each other for multiple different reasons. I don't think it's like a specific reason towards like men fall out of love for this reason and women fall out of love for this reason. I think people fall in and out of love all the time. It just depends on where you are in life. I digress. I'll let y'all rock with that.
Well, I'm going to agree with you with that to a
Mhm.
point, because when you've been in a relationship that has transcended, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're not the same person you were 20 years ago. Okay.
Mhm.
So, I spent 23 years in a relationship, with a man. And, what I thought was important at the time was I thought it was important for me to, maintain my physical attractiveness. I thought that it was important for me to make sure I maintain my weight, make sure that, I look decent, because, if I gain weight, then of course he's not going to love me anymore. You know, I don't want to, be with this man. Then all of a sudden he drops me for, this toothpick, of a woman, and I done put on, 75 pounds. So for me, I thought it was important, to maintain, my physical attractiveness, you know, and that's where you're talking about, communication, with the relationship. If you find that, you're not communicating very well, and you think that the only thing you need to do is to remain attractive, and there's other things you may need to do, that could pose a problem. Men, do fall out of women, for certain reasons, just like women fall out of love with men. you know a lot of times we do get together in relationships for the wrong reasons. And like I say, the first reason we get with people are for the physical attractiveness that we feel for that person, or for the crazy things that they do, because we think it's so cute in the beginning. But I think what we've uncovered is that if you don't communicate effectively with your partner, there's going to be a disintegration, at some point. At some point, how good the P and the D is not going to matter. Because, if, I got to come home and fuss and fight with you every damn day, I don't give a damn about your P, or your D, whichever the case may be, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mhm.
And I think that's why, that doesn't seem to be working in our community, because you get with somebody because of that superficial stuff, but it don't last. So,
Mhm.
oftentimes, but yeah, that's a good point.
So effective communication is good. I mean, you know, we do have those, relationships, and it depends on the age too. Sometimes when we are younger, we don't necessarily know that, oh, this is the way it should have been. When you get into a relationship when you're 18 years old and you go through 20 years, with someone, you don't always know what's right and what's wrong and what you should have done and where you went wrong. If that relationship happens to not last, then you can say, well, damn, I can see, because you grow as a person. I don't care who you are or what you do, you're going to grow, because that's just what it is. That's life. Experiences help us to grow. So, with that, you do move on to your next stages. And sometimes you grow after 20 years and you realize, wow, we're two different people. Although I still love and respect you as a person, you're really not someone that I would actually be in a relationship with, because we're so different, and that's a possibility. That's a possibility. But in the case of the song, it happened to do with her possessiveness. It seems as if that's what it was. And she had some issues that just after a while, he just wasn't, he just wasn't willing to deal with them anymore. And it ended up turning him off, you know. And for me, I just think that's really sad how that happens, you know, because we've all been in love, we've all had that initial excitement, where, we just feel like we would have done anything for this person. And when you no longer feel like that, it's sad, because it's like a death. It's like you're losing someone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, over time that could it could be in a long term relationship um that over time the differences became bigger, or stuff flags that he ignored couldn't be ignored anymore. They couldn't communicate, they couldn't talk to each other. um but as I said, that's one of many ways men fall out of love. And yes, in a lot of ways it's not different, or our reaction is different to it.
Mm-hmm.
hmm Not necessarily that it's a different emotion or different feelings, or we just the way we react to it is different.
True. That's very true.
hmm
Okay. Well, I agree with that. Um, I don't think anyone disagrees that, communication is very important in a relationship. And that's really what the focus should be on, is having effective communication in your relationships. Listening to the other person, and being able to shut your mouth and listen. And that's hard to do. If you're someone who always interrupts, sometimes it can be hard to shut your mouth. I'm just going to say it, shut the fuck up and listen to what the other person is saying. I mean, really listen to what they're saying and take in what they're saying, you know, compute it, run it through your mind, and then give them a response based on what it was that they said to you. Because what they're saying to you, it may be some shit you don't want to hear. But sometimes we have to hear shit that we don't want to hear. And what better
Oh
person
yeah.
to hear it from than someone who loves us? Hopefully he hasn't fallen out of love with you before he's had this conversation with you.
hmm
The only sad part to me is that he was just, his hands were thrown up and he was just done with her, like, oh well shit, the shit that I thought was great about you and wonderful, I no longer think is wonderful, and it's actually getting on my nerves, and I've fallen out of love with you. And to me that's sad, you
Yeah.
know, when that happens, when the love goes wrong. So
Yeah, it's just sometimes people just want to do all the talking, but they don't want to listen. So that's very poor communication. You got to be able to um, listen and hear, not just listen and nod your head, but actually hear what the person is saying. Listen and comprehend. Regardless of how you feel about something, you still got to be able to see that other person's viewpoint. And if you're if you're jaded to feel like, oh, all guys or all women are like that, then that's another problem altogether. You seek some counseling or something. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah. But I think also another thing, we tend to wait until it gets to the very, very worst, and your back is to the wall and you cornered and stuff like that, to discover what the problem is, or acknowledge that there is a problem, or that you can't handle it, or whatever the situation is. We wait till it's too late, or in some cases until after the relationship is over with, and you think, "Oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, I should have done this," or if I could have went back to the beginning when I first saw these, I could have dealt with them then while they were still small, and
Mm-hmm.
now they're huge and gargantuan. How many couples we seen? They had the biggest, messiest thing, and then once they divorced, they all friends and buddy and stuff like that. Because and now they were like, okay, if I knew back then, I could have handled it this way, or I could have done it that way. But now y'all divorced, and y'all feel happy in y'all friendship and stuff like that. Or y'all realize, okay, we were not meant to be together. We
Right.
good as friends,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't be together as partners. You know, there's something about us being together that don't work. You know.
Or they just grew up and just realized where they went wrong in the relationship. Just something as simple as that.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
just you
Yep.
live and you learn, and they
Yep.
say hindsight is 2020. You just figure out where you went wrong. You're finally able to admit to yourself your role in the
Mhm.
whatever dysfunction there was. Some people can't do that. That's the thing. They're just so stubborn and don't want to admit that they had a role in it as well. And that's not healthy for anybody. And you can't be in a future healthy relationship until you can admit where you went wrong. Your role. So, you
Well,
know, go
that's
ahead.
true. It takes two.
Right.
A
Mhm.
relationship doesn't ruin itself all by itself. It does take
Mhm.
two. I would say that in this particular instance, the fact that she was possessive is one way, and the fact that he never addressed it.
Right.
He
So
ne-
that
he
was his
never
role
addressed
in
it. So it's like, well, damn,
it.
she didn't know she was all fucked up because he never addressed it. He thought the shit was cute in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's
Mhm.
why I was asking earlier with K Black C, yeah, you got to be able to balance out the crazy, but as a man, how do you do that? You
So let me
know,
ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. So you just said that excuse me, y'all know I'm hitting it. I know I'm it. This ain't Rona. This is the motherfucking it's the
That's
motherfucking
Mary Jane.
y'all already know
Hey,
what it
Mary
is.
Jane.
Hey, Mary Jane's alive and well in Ghana, even through the COVID, thanks to
Mhm.
America. So look, um, so you saying, look, if she if he if everything cool and he fuck up, like okay, so you said if the dude don't know she crazy and then he found out she crazy, like it's some whole other shit, right? But how did he find out that she was crazy? Was she crazy before, or did he do some shit to make her go crazy? Because this is the thing: if we got a good relationship and then you do some bullshit and I chase you out the house with a fucking machete, am I crazy? Am I crazy? If you if you cheat on me, if you fuck my mama, my best friend, my daughter, if you do some bullshit and my home girl, Becky down the block, and we supposed to be in a relationship, and then when you come home, I cook you dinner, everything normal, and then you wake up at 2:33 in the morning and you got a Glock 25 in your face. Am I crazy? Who's crazy? Who's crazy? Am I crazy because I got the pistol in your face at 2:33 in the morning? Or are you crazy because you knew that if you fucked up, I would do some shit to your ass? In Africa, we call it flogging. I'm American, so I'm gonna stretch flog all the way to gunshots and stab wounds. So you ain't just getting hit with no sugar cane or no neem stick. You getting hit with bullets and goddamn blades. So if you do some bullshit and I gotta cut you, am I crazy? Am I crazy now?
Well, if it's something extreme, like this dude don't molested your child or something like that, that's
Bitch, you
one
cheated
thing.
on me. Bitch, you
Oh,
cheated on me, and
no,
you
you
told me you would
know,
never cheat on me,
I would
and you
have to
cheated
say
on me, and now I want to cut you. So I'm crazy now because I done caught you at the bitch house. You said you wouldn't cheat on me, right? And so now I want to cut you. I'm crazy. I'm crazy now.
I would just leave that dude alone.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying though, for the sake of the discussion.
For
But
the
we in a good relationship,
one,
everything good and shit. And then I, I'm up. I wake up. I'm going to the bathroom. Take the little 1 a.m. pee. You know what I'm saying? And I just, just so happened because you got your notifications come up on the phone. I just so happened my eyeballs hit your screen when Keisha say, "Hey, what you doing? Why you ain't over here? Where you at?" I just happened to see it. It's not my fault. I didn't touch your phone. I didn't touch your phone. I didn't touch your phone. You the one got your notifications that come up where I can see your text messages if you come up. You sleep. I'm getting up and use the bathroom, and I see Keisha saying, "Why you ain't over there? It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. It's Mother's Day. Whatever special day. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. You why you ain't over here?" And I see the shit. I'm going to the bathroom. You, my nigga, we live together. We paying bills together. We got children together. We got all this shit together. We living life, boo. We about to get married, boo. We did shit backwards. We did shit backwards. But we've been together for like, 5, 6, 7 years, right? And then I see Keisha telling us on why you ain't over here. You say you was coming. And I see that. I didn't touch your phone. I'm gonna reiterate that for the niggas in the chat. I didn't touch your phone. I just happened to get up and stretch. Your phone was there, it's on the charger, it light up. I just happened to see it, and I see the bitch said, "Why you at? Why you ain't over here?" So am I crazy? Am I crazy that I'm sitting in the chair in the dark and I'm waiting for your pee break when you wake up at 2:13? Because I peed at 1:47 and I seen shit. Now you peeing at 2:13, and now I'm sitting in the chair. Y'all know them chairs we have on the yard, them little plastic joints. I'm sitting in that bitch with the pistol in my hand, and I'm waiting for you to wake. I'm not even gonna wake you up. I'm not gonna disturb you, but I want to know why is Keisha asking you, why is you not over there? We've been together 7 years. Why is Keisha asking you, why is you not over there on Thanksgiving? And so the question is, I know I'm long-winded. Y'all know why I am. Lucy ain't been on the show in a minute. Y'all getting a full dose of Lucy, okay? Am I crazy because I got the Glock on my lap? I'm not even pointing at you. I'm not even pointing at you. The shit is on my lap, and I just want to know why Keisha is asking you, why is you not over there on Thanksgiving? I didn't go through your phone, nigga. So am I crazy?
No,
Am I crazy?
you ain't crazy, but the courts may
But he
consider
gonna
you
say I'm crazy.
once you pull that
Vonda,
gun
he
out.
gonna say I'm crazy because see, he never seen me with the Glock before. See, remember, I was dainty. I was, the shit that the sis bim niggas want. I'm the one that the sis bims want. I'm quiet. I'm dainty. I don't get loud. Nothing. I use my Becky voice. I can't do the Becky voice right because I'm smoking I don't have Newports. I'm smoking African cigarettes and they singing fuck shit over here to Africa. So the Newport voice is London voice now. Paul Mall voice. I got Paul Mall voice right now. I got Paul Mall voice. So look, I'm talking. I'm this soft, dainty, and then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and I got the Glock. You didn't even know I had a Glock. You didn't even know I had a Glock. And then I got a Glock on my lap, and I want to know why Keisha, because my name is Nicole. What's the bitch name? What's the bitch in the UK? What's her name? Melinda. Megan. Megan. My name is Megan. My name is Megan. But Keisha wants to know why you're not there tonight. So am I crazy because I got the Glock in your face? That's
In a,
what I want to know.
in a court of law, precisely. You probably are
Fuck,
crazy.
fuck a
But
court
you
of
know
law.
what? That's just a court of law. It really
I'm
doesn't
some
matter.
old nigga shit. Vonda,
It don't matter
Vonda,
when it
some
comes to
nigga.
your relationship. When it comes to your relationship, you are doing what you felt what was necessary based on what was done to you. Correct?
So I got insanity plea.
No. If
I'm
it
black.
depends on the type of
Somebody said no. They correct.
it
Somebody said
depends on
no.
the type of representation you have. You got to have the correct representation because that
I'm
that's what
black.
it
I'm
boils down
Sandra
to.
Bland.
Popular
I'm Sandra
opinion
Bland.
doesn't count. Popular opinion doesn't count when it comes to that. You got to have the
Mm.
right representation. You know that.
I think
So that means I gotta burn a nigga, right? So then you're gonna have the whole manosphere. Ooh, she burning that nigga, and all he did was go get a piece of pussy on the side, and she act crazy, pulling the gun out. We talking about who crazy, right? So who is crazy?
Okay.
it seems
Yeah,
like
that may seem crazy to the man who's on the other end of the gun. That may be crazy to the manosphere if you instantly burned him. But to the women who has been cheated on, you doggone Skippy. You lucky he's still alive. But but because you waited till he woke up, you can't do that plea temporary insanity, crime of passion thing. You know, you can't do that.
Okay, you guys. So
But if you get the right judge who will sympathize, yes, you can.
I think that
Okay, hold on, ladies. I got a question. I got a question. I got people in the house, and I got a question from the back. I got a question from the back in the house. The brother said, what you say, brother? He's saying how many women will actually stay with the man and be with the man if he is honest upfront and saying, look, I got other chicks, this is what I'm doing, you know, I'm throwing my dick around, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't the only bitch. Because he don't say it like that. He ain't gonna say it like that, but he basically saying like, look, like I ain't look. You know how they say it to us? I'm not looking for no relationship. That comes in. I'm not looking for no relationship. I got other chick. Like, look, like if you want to have sex with me, like we can have sex, we can have a good time, but just
well,
know, like,
I'm gonna tell you, I agree with Khadijah Hunter. If I have to pull a gun out on you, we don't need to be together. I'm
well, how do you know, Khadijah?
I'm
Khadijah, you don't need to know. Khadijah, this is the thing though. Y'all take the gun shit on a misconception. Like, you don't know that you gotta pull the gun till 7 years later. He
Yeah,
didn't lie
when
to
you
you. He didn't lie to you for 7 years.
all good things come to an end at some point.
With a Glock. Brah, brah.
I knew this mild mannered, peaceful, wouldn't hurt a fly woman came home early from work, found her man in the bed with a woman. She shot a gun. She did not shoot him. She did not shoot the woman. He jumped out the window buck naked, jumped two houses over, screaming, calling, crying for help, left the woman he was fooling around with in the bed with a crazy wife with a gun who just fired a couple of rounds over their heads. Okay, police came. It was her cousin. He found her sitting there smoking a cigarette with the gun in her hand in her lap and the woman shaking like a leaf.
Hmm.
The court gave her temporary insanity, crime of passion that she was provoked. You know, when she turned around and got home and she started burning the mattress and the beds and the sheets and the towels that was dirty that she assumed him or the woman might have used the bed. they thought she was crazy and stuff like that. And they called her crazy. I can't believe it. Her man drove her crazy. She's burning up the house. She wasn't burning up the house. She was burning up a mattress, some sheets, and some towels, and some clothes. But
I got a
yeah.
question
Oh,
though. I got a question though. So after this gun is pulled out though, are you going to leave him?
Let
Because
me
it's
tell you something. Don't you know,
going to leave
Bill?
him anyway.
Bill, why didn't you ask that
Pulling
question?
out the gun. If
Bill,
you
are you black? Bill, are you black? You don't
yes,
pull no
sir.
motherfucking gun and don't fucking use it. You
That's what
don't
I was
brandish no shit
wondering.
and don't fucking. So if I pull a gun on you, I'm gonna fucking use it. So
yeah.
let me backtrack because somebody
That's a
said in
little
the chat.
crazy. That's a little crazy
Somebody,
for yeah. That's a little crazy.
Mhm.
so
But
niggas
no,
always think I'm
she didn't
crazy.
stay with him.
Crazy.
I have to say
Lucy
that's
crazy. I don't give
crazy.
a fuck. Somebody in the chat said, girl, you crazy. I ain't got time to go to jail. Who said anything about going to fucking jail? Let me tell you something. You talking about a
Mhm.
motherfucker that you talking about putting your life with somebody and you building some shit and you are spending something that you cannot get back. You can spend money, but your time you cannot get back. Okay? So, okay, they say women crazy pulling the gun. Let me tell you something. How many women is actually pulling guns? I think it's the niggas is the one that's going crazy because I done had more niggas go crazy over me, jumping out of bushes on me, goddamn choking me up, goddamn it, bitch, you ain't gonna leave me, bitch. If I can't have you, nobody else can. You know what I'm saying? I think there's more
Well,
niggas going crazy over pussy than it is bitches going crazy over dick. So if a bitch pull out a pistol on you, nigga, like either she extremely fucking crazy or you done did some fuck shit like me. See, if you do some shit to me at the age that I am now and you fuck up my money, you do something to my children, or you make me basically make me feel sad in any type of way, because I've been here for 4 decades. So if you make me feel sad in any type of way, I ain't got time for you. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna pull a pistol on you, but I ain't got time for you. Don't come around me. Look, what are we really talking about here? Because it's not women pulling pistols. People. So I done stirred the conversation, right? So now people want to talk about, girl, you pulling a pistol on you, gonna go to jail and all this shit. How many women you know is pulling pistols on niggas, beating niggas' asses? Or is it or is it the other way?
hey, there's repercussions and consequences for every action that we have.
Either way. So if you run up on a chick like me and I pull a blade on your motherfucking ass, you gonna call me crazy? If I pull a blade, if I, Lucy, pulls a blade on you or pistol on you, you did some shit, but you deserve it. And I'm not gonna pull it and not use it. You
I
fucked up in
agree.
the game.
And
I agree.
you
If
know
you
what?
Fucked up.
And
if
that's
you
what it is.
defending yourself, that's
Nobody,
fine.
nobody's arguing that.
So don't call me crazy because I done fucked you up. You in the
No,
hospital now. You in the
that, that
hospital now.
You pull out a
You want to
weapon,
say
that's
Okay.
homeboys, this bitch crazy. She crazy. She cut me. She cut me, man. She bitch crazy, man. But you don't want to tell your homeboys. But you been lying. You've been doing all kinds of fuck shit.
but crazy is as it does, and people have
Mm-hmm.
their own ideas of what crazy is.
Crazy.
So,
Vonda, you cannot. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let and we're gonna move on to the next thing. I want to say this and lead us here.
ma'am,
It don't matter what type of genitals you got, whether you male, female, whatever you call yourself. When you play with somebody's heart, when you play with somebody's heart, you have to be ready to deal with the repercussions. You cannot play with somebody's heart. I'm not talking about playing with somebody's genitals, playing with they, you know what I'm saying, like they daily shit. I'm not talking about playing with their money, because you get killed for that too. But when you play with
Mm-hmm.
somebody's heart, you cannot say that person crazy because they done did some shit to you because you didn't fuck with their heart. If you a human being and you got a heart and you give your heart to somebody and they fuck you over, you got every right. You got every, come on, man. Heartbreak, people die from heartbreak, yo.
You may feel you have every right, but if a person has the feeling that you're crazy for your actions, and they have every right to classify you however they see fit, because they're looking at your actions. And with regards to that, you just got to take it with a grain of salt.
And guess what?
And that's
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
exactly.
So you gonna have to run from this gun and never see me again, because you a bitch ass motherfucker, because you did what the fuck you didn't did, and you just ended there.
And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I don't think that a person should stop on what? I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy because I pulled out a gun? That's not even the issue. The issue is why you pulled the gun out in the first place. The issue is why you put out the gun in the first place. Now,
exactly.
You're going to have people say you're crazy because you pull out the gun. You're going to have people say, you know what, you're justified because you pulled out the gun. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people think. Is what the law thinks in your state, in your jurisdiction, in your county, wherever the hell you at. That's how it's going to go down. It's going to go down how it is where you live, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? That's no one saying that, hey, the way that you're dealing with it is wrong, but you're gonna have to deal with the consequences based on where you live, where you reside. How the county deals with that issue in your situation. So, okay, everybody. With that being said, we're going to swiftly move over into the second topic. Now, the second topic is submission. You don't have to say a word. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a small musical break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to go into the Charlie Wilson song, No Words. Okay? But before we go, I do want to give thanks to my wonderful panel. Belle Mort, she did have to leave. She's on her way to bed. Thank you, Belle Mort, for coming through for Ladies Night. I want to say thank you, Lucy, for showing up for Ladies Night. And of course, we have Dame Frankie, and I am Vonda, host of Ladies Night. So right now, we're going to play a little musical break right now. And then when we come back, we're going to go into our next breakdown of Charlie Wilson's song, No Words. And that topic has to deal with submission, and you don't have to say a word. Okay? So without any further ado, enjoy this musical break, and I'll see you guys in a few moments.
Yo, Larry, man, you think you can sing the song today? Buddy, nah, man, Melvin. Look, hey, he's doing it. Come on, man, come on. Hold on. Kick it, shut down, shut down, shut down, shut down. You don't have to say a word. Tell them what to do. Just smile, 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 smile for me, smile for me. Any word I ever heard. I know that I'm a very lucky guy to have someone like you. Never met a girl in my life like you before. To make all my dreams come true. I love the way you carry you. Have a lot of class and taste. You don't have to say how much you care for me, cause it's written all over your face. Don't you know it's written all over your face? You don't have to say a word. Smile, 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 smile for me. It's better than any word I ever heard. You don't have to say how much you love me, girl, cause you show me every day. You kiss me, you miss me, you hold me very tight. Love me in every way. I love the way you carry you. You got a lot of class, good taste. And you don't have to say how much you care for me. Oh, it's been all over your please me. Hey, sing the song, y'all sing. Sing all over your face. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say a word. Yeah. Smile, 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 smile for me. Any word I ever heard. Come on to the bridge. It's the big You don't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word. Smile, 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 smile for me. Any word I ever heard. All over your face. The way you talk. You don't have to say a word. And I'm a slide, I'm a slide. Smile, 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 smile for me. Any word I ever heard. It's all over your face. Don't you know? You don't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word. Smile, 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 smile. Smile. Any word I ever heard. You don't have to say a word. Yo, milk. Smile, 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 smile for me. It's better than any word I ever heard. Yeah. It's written all over your face.
Hey, hey. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Ladies Night. I'm Vonda here with Dame Frankie, and this is Ladies Night. On our panel, we have here the lovely Lucy. And we're going into our second topic. Submission. You don't have to say a word. Now, we just played a song by the Rude Boys, Written All Over Your Face. You don't have to say a word. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Charlie Wilson song, No Words, and we're going to break that down pretty much like we did the Mint Condition song, Nothing Left to Say. Okay? So now that we're back, hey Dame, hey Lucy, what's going on, ladies? How are you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Lucy, you there? All right, now. I also want to send a shout out to our beautiful chat that has been so supportive of us, Cowboy Nation, K Black Sea Supreme, the beautiful Callie Jane. I want to send a shout out to the Gray Regime, who's always been so supportive of the Ebony Star Network. And I love them, and I love the support that they give to us. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Briggs is in the house. Brianna G is in the house. Khadijah Hunter, the incomparable Khadijah Hunter, who does not hold her tongue, is also in the house. All right. So now what we're going to do first is we are going to go into a little bit of the Charlie Wilson No Word song. I'm going to play a snippet of it. And then what we'll do is we'll break it down pretty much like we did the Mint Condition song. Okay. So let me get into it. I'll play the first verse and then we'll break it down. So, ready or not, family, here we go.
The things you say you do, you don't do. In fact, it's just the opposite of all of the words that come from you. And sometimes I sit around waiting. You say you come, but you never show. That's not the way you treat your one. The promises you make, you don't keep. Instead, you go and do the very thing you know that hurts me. What I'm trying to get you to see is that your better half has needs. You don't have to say a word to me. Baby, just show me you love me, and you won't have to say a word. Just show me you love me, and you won't have to say a word. I don't wanna let you go. Break it up would be absurd. If you just show me you love me, then you don't have to say a word.
Okay. So, with that first section of the song, you know, he talked about, and this song, family, is from the point of view of a woman. Okay. This is a man singing, but he is singing in the point of view of a woman. And this is basically what the woman is saying. You know, the woman is saying, you know, just show me that you love me. You know, she's saying that, you know what? You say you're going to do things and you don't do them. And for me, I internalize that as you not showing me any love. Now, you know, we've all been in relationships, you know, if we're any certain age, we know that we've been in relationships. And with relationships, there comes, you know, those situations where, you know, we say things that we don't do, you know. And so from the point of view of the woman, she's saying, you know, you say you're going to be there and you're not there. And I have a problem with that because you said that you were going to be there and you weren't there. And because you said you were going to be there and then you weren't there, I don't feel like you love me. Because basically what she's saying is that your words don't mean shit because you didn't honor your words. You didn't do what you said you were going to do. You make promises and you don't keep them. And when you make those promises, guess what? That hurts me. You know, and that could come in, that could be as simple as, you know what? The cabinet's not fixed in the kitchen and you said you was gonna fix it, and I asked you to fix the cabinet in the kitchen and you keep saying, baby, I'll get to it. Baby, I'll get to it. And guess what? He doesn't get to it. So the cabinet is still all messed up and you haven't, you know, tried to fix it. You know, that's just one aspect. I mean, what did you hear, Dame? Lucy?
Well, yeah. Well, I heard that that you was that he's trying to say verbally he gonna do this, he gonna do that, he plan to do this, he plan to do that, but it never comes to fruition. And you're waiting and you wait and you're trying to be understanding, but it's driving you crazy. You either try to do it yourself or you want to hire somebody to get it done. But no, he gets offended. What, you don't trust me? You don't believe I'm going to say? So you try to wait and be patient, but you're getting frustrated. Um, and your needs are not getting met because um, how he feel and is more important than what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. Yeah, we have scenarios where he said he's going to do this, and it gets pushed back, or it gets on, or he's doing everything else for everybody else, everything else but for you. you know yeah, or okay, I gotta run and do this, I gotta go to work, well, I understand about going to work, but oh, I'm helping Craig and them move into such and such, I'm gonna get to it when I get back, stuff like that.
So what if it's not just as simple as, you know, just you fixing the cabinet? You know, you're not showing me that you love me. You know, um, maybe we're not, you know, cuddling like we need to. You know, you're not doing anything to show me that you love me. I mean, you know, women are very demonstrative when it comes to, you know, the love that we have and the love that we feel. And when I say demonstrative, we demonstrate how we show our love for our family. If you have clean drawers to wear every day, and drawers or underwear, you got clean underwear to wear every damn day, that's a form of love that a woman
Mm,
shows to her man. If you have a, a meal, you know, each night, you know, if I'm working, then, you know, you may not get breakfast and lunch, but you for damn sure gonna get some dinner. And if you
mm,
got dinner every night, that's love. If you come home and guess what, the kids are already bathed, they in their little pajamas and they already in bed, that's love.
mm.
Because when a
Yeah.
woman is showing her man love, she is basically telling him, baby, you ain't got to worry about it because I got it. And
What?
I
Mm,
think a lot of times what happens is that the fact that the woman has got it, it makes the man become either lazy, I'm going to use that lightly, lazy, or more relaxed, because she's saying, hey, I got it. You know, here's your food. The kids are already down. Everything is good. When you come home, you don't have anything to worry about. That's her way of showing her love. And what it sounds to me is that she's only asking the same thing from him. You know, I use the example of, basically fixing the cabinet in the kitchen. But, if a woman is asking you, hey, babe, the cabinet in the kitchen, it keep falling off the hinges. Can you take care of that? Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll take care of it. I know a lot of times men will, say, yeah, 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 I'll take care of it. And they'll put it off to the back burner. But at what point do you feel that it's important enough for you to take care of for your woman? She wants that done. And if you're not taking care of just the slightest things, then how is she going to feel? She's going to feel a little bit less love. I mean, that's just what we've uncovered or gone through with this first part of the song. I mean, how do you see it, Dame? Lucy?
Well, I was thinking it also could be another thing. Uh, okay, say she wants to do something special, and she do the romantic stuff. She fixed dinner, and and um and she's dressed all nice, and she got the candles and everything. And he come in. Not only does he come in late, but that ain't all. He comes in, grabs the plate that she fixed for their romantic dinner, and goes off and watch a game. Didn't even notice she done her hair. Didn't notice she's all niced up. She's dressing in all the stuff that he likes to make her look sexy. Ain't even noticed that there's a candlelight dinner. It's not just dinner. There's a candlelight dinner. No, thank you, babe. Grab the dinner and go run off in the den and watch TV, watch the game. And then he's wondering why she's upset or hurt, or why she's like prancing around near the TV, in front of the TV, trying to get his attention between the commercials.
Hmm.
Yeah, he
Well,
don't even.
go
So
ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Dan. Finish your thought.
yeah, so she's like getting sarcastic now and go, well, how's the food? Oh, great, babe, great as ever. And he ain't even paying attention. He's all in the game, just chowing out. You wonder if he even tastes the food.
It just sound fucked up all the way around. I'm not even
Uh-huh.
getting to these conversations about how the fucking food tastes and shit. You need to tell me if you like my cooking before we married or in a relationship and that. Cause I'm the type of woman, I'm gonna give you a taste of how I cook. And if you don't like the shit that I cook, then we don't fucking need to be together, or you need to cook for your goddamn self and we can make that arrangement too. See, I, I I'm not for the bullshit. So Vanna was saying something about taking care of the children and I was a good little housewife. I did my little house on the prairie shit today, and goddamn it, when you get home, I'm cute and all that. That's fine. That's fine. I do all that, right? But that's not extra. To me, that's not extra. That to me is a duty of a wife. So taking care of the children, and I'm not talking about alone. I'm not talking about solely. But you, as an adult, first of all, as an adult, you don't get credits and cookies for washing your ass and standing up with your back straight and having respect for yourself and others and doing what the fuck you know is right. But when you're in a relationship and you have children, is somebody supposed to get some brownie points because the children got their ass washed and somebody else was making money and somebody else cooked some food so everybody can goddamn eat and the house is clean and shit like that? Whoever fucking does it, they don't no it's no extra points for that. That to me, that's what's supposed to be done no matter who does it. Now I would tell you about me now. If I cook, I'm not cleaning the kitchen. So I'm that type of wife. I will cook the fuck out some food, baby. I will cook all the shit. Whatever, even if you eat shit, I don't eat. If you eat goat, you want curry goat, I don't eat goat. But I will find out how to fuck the curry to fuck out some motherfucking goat. I will fix that shit for you. I will fix that shit for you. But guarantee, I'm not gonna clean the pots though. I'm not cleaning up. I'm not. I will clean as I go. So a real cook clean as you go. I will clean as I go. So it's really not gonna be a whole lot. It's really just gonna be plates and the pots. You had to put the food away. If you want leftovers, you and the children gonna have to put the goddamn food away. Cause I got a full belly and I got itis. I'm going to sleep and I'm waiting for you. Check this, y'all. Follow this part. Follow this part. Let me rewind. I cooked the hellacious meal. Me and the children don't eat goat, but we curried goat for you, and we curried chicken for us. I made special shit for you because you my husband. That's what I do, right? You my husband, right? That's what I do. Like you my husband, right? When you got that type of merge, you have to, that type of see. That's a merge when you can still do that 20 years later. Like I curried goat for you. I don't eat goat. Sure don't eat goat. You eat goat. We curry chicken for us. Shit good. Y'all niggas is cleaning the dishes. Y'all putting all the curry, all whatever is away. While y'all putting the dinner away, nigga, you don't even know I'm in the shower, getting fresh, putting that goddamn passion fruit shit what on and shit like that. When you clean up the kitchen and shit, when you finish belching and all that shit, guess what? When you come in the room, you're like, man, you start complaining like, baby, then you left in the kitchen, bitch. I'm out in there already half naked, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Is the kitchen clean?
Right.
Now, are you gonna complain, nigga? Cause you had to clean the kitchen. I cook. You clean. I sex. Can we do that? I cook. You clean. I sex. Can we do that?
Communication. Lucy, that sounds like communication. We talked about that with the first song as far as communication. And now with this one, basically, I just want to point out that what a lot of men don't understand. Now, listen up, men. I want you to listen to this. Listen. And when you listen very well. When a woman feels secure, when a woman feels loved, when a woman feels that you are in there is absolutely nothing, capital NOTHING, nothing that she won't do for you to make it work. Now, she's feeling dejected. She's feeling like there is holes. She's feeling like there's some insecurity. She don't know where her next meal is going to come from, or she's doing every goddamn thing herself. There's going to be some problems. But you don't have to break your neck for a woman, for her to roll out the red carpet for you. If she feels that you love her and there is security in the love that she feels that you have for her, she's able to see that. There's absolutely nothing that this woman would not do for you.
That's and be broke in the motherfucker.
Thank you. And you don't have to have all the money in the world. Like Lucy just said, you don't have to have all the money in the world. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you made her feel loved. You made her feel secure. A woman has to have some security. She has to feel secure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really simple. A woman is not telling you on the given that I need a Rolls Royce, I need a mansion, and I need you to be making 12 figures for us to be okay. And then I'll give you everything that you need. If you show a woman that you love her and you got her back, no doubt, I'm going to tell you, this woman has got your back forwards, backwards, left, and right.
But you know what, Vonda? It don't work out like that because the dudes that's willing to do that and the women that's willing to do that, we never match up. We never
No.
match.
That's where we need to bridge that breach of communication. We need to bridge that communication, with each other, because men need to understand that a woman needs to feel that security. If you don't have a job and she is the one who is working, guess what? She's going to feel some type of way. Let's just put that out there. Let's not even pretend. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not act like the shit is not there. If
Mm-hmm.
she is working, okay, I'm going to repeat. If she is working and she has to provide and she doesn't have that security, she is going to feel some type of way. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, what were we taught as young kids? Whether you had a daddy or a mama, a grandmama or a grandfather or an auntie that raised you, what were we taught? Men are supposed to provide. Who
Mm-hmm.
wasn't taught that? Who was taught that a man was just supposed to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do and not provide? If you were taught that, please put a 1 in the chat so that I have an idea of where that came from. But the average person has the idea that the man is supposed to provide, right? And the mother and the woman is to provide the nurturing.
Okay.
But if the woman is going out and she's bringing home the bacon, there's only so much providing that or nurturing that she's able to give, because she's doing all the providing. And
Right.
so if the woman is not secure in the relationship, there's going to be some issues.
And let me tell you, and I can tell the brothers how to secure that woman, even though she is put in his position. See, first of all, we got to understand where we stand in this country. Excuse me for losing my voice, y'all. I done had my quote unquote social distancing birthday party tonight, and I just to let y'all know, our American music, Black American music, they ass out on the goddamn Nas and all. I play everything that should be played. I played. So I'm losing my voice, but if in this day and time, first of all, if you do not understand your position as a Black person in this country, your relationship is going to fail anyway. Because if you do not understand that the colonizer has put the woman in the man's position, and the man in the woman's position, okay? First of all, you got to understand that. So you got to find somebody that understands that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have a woman saying, "Oh, nigga, you living with me, I'm paying the bills, nigga, you can get the fuck out," and all that. You don't have the
Mm-hmm.
woman building an ego that she has never had before. Because once upon a time, a woman, no matter what her race was, you could not talk to a man that way in America,
Mm-hmm.
right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but also through that time, the man, because he held the financial power, because he was the only one that could hold a job, he could also put a woman into poverty. She would her survival was in the man's hands.
Was dependent
Now, I
upon
do
him,
not agree.
right.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not agree with anyone's livelihood, regardless of your race, your sex, whatever the fuck your classification is, as far as gender, race, nationality, whatever. No one should have power over your livelihood, right? So let's get back to the ginger shit.
Mhm.
So this was never our fight, but now we're talking about black people. If you understand that the colonizer has put the black man in a position where he is not able to do what the white man does for Becky, how dare we chastise him because he cannot get into those positions? It's only certain ones. How can we expect a 22, 24-year-old man, young black man, to be able to give all these lavish things that we see that these young guys that are celebrities give? These young girls are growing up thinking that this man is supposed to give them this, give them that, give them this, and give them that. And for what? Because you're fucking cute. Guess what, bitch? We're all fucking cute. Why? Because we're fucking black, bitch. It just
Mhm.
depends on what man likes you for who you are. And when you put makeup on your face, you're a whole fucking different goddamn fucking person. Fuck you.
Hello. Hello.
Mhm.
Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Now, the other way, the man cannot expect the woman to be at home and birth these children and be obedient and submissive. Submissive to what? Submissive to what? When I know that I can go out here and make more money than you, it will be more beneficial with the way things that are set up right now in this day and age for me to be the breadwinner and you be at home. And you know what? With the way that all this, you know, rainbow stuff is that's going on, it may actually be to our benefit that the man is at home and not the woman because they complain about what? Men being raised by the who? Single mother.
Mhm.
So nigga, what we need to do is you need to take your ego and put it where the sun don't shine. And I will not grow an ego that does not exist, that I do not have the authority to fucking grow, right?
Mhm.
So let me go and make the money, and then you be at home to counteract all the shit that's fucking going home because you said with the woman being at home. Because let's think about it like this. Let me flip it like this for those that's like, oh, what the fuck is Lucy talking about? Let's take the perfect home, the Leave It to Beaver fucking home right now.
Okay.
If the black man is out making seven figures, let's give him seven, not just
Mhm.
six. Let's give him seven.
He
He's
extra.
making seven figures.
Okay.
Now we know what a black man in today's time has to do to make 6 or 7 figures. Let's give him a STEM job. Let's give him a STEM job. He's not an athlete. He's not a celebrity. He's a nobody. We don't even know who the fuck he is. He might be a bitch ass nigga in the chat talking about STEM, right? But he don't marry a Becky. He
Yeah.
don't marry a Becky. He marries a black woman, right?
Mhm.
He marries a black woman, and the black woman is at home. She got a good upbringing. She had two parents and shit like that. But it's still the black woman at home. Now you got four sons. You got two, three, four. You ain't got no girls at home. You got boys.
Mhm.
You got boys. But because your STEM degree, Google, Facebook, you know, Bill Gates, you know, what's Richard Smith. Smith. Matter of fact, let's do Richard Smith. Ain't that the dude that gave the Morehouse niggas all the money and shit? Richard
Robert
Smith got
Smith.
you.
Yeah.
Robert, whatever the fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He
Yeah.
got you, hooking up the shit. You making money. You working for a black man, blah, blah, blah. So I can't complain. I can't even complain because you're not even working for Zuckerberg. You work for a black man. You working for a black. I can't even complain. And I took that away from you now. But you away, you in Cali, you in Silicon Valley, in California. I live in Virginia. You in Silicon Valley, you setting up the shit, you trying to bring the shit to Tennessee. You telling me, baby, look, I gotta be over here because look, we gonna move. We're gonna be in Nashville because that's where the Silicon Valley, they're gonna put the satellite there, boo boo, boo, it's gonna be good, blah, 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 all that. But guess what? I'm at home alone and I'm doing the laundry. Okay, we got a maid. Okay, I'm at home doing everything. You're not here. You're not here. And I got your boys here. Where is the man? Where's the man in the home? So you making all this money, you providing, you producing, but where's your protection? Not at home.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be, like y'all said before, early in the conversation, it has to be a balance.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
we have to understand the position that we are in. So even if the man in today's time, if all these SYSBM motherfuckers, if they had the perfect relationship with a black woman, who's at home with the children? It's still the black woman, right? Are you at home? Oh, you come home at the end of the week. You come home at the end of the day, and then you want to have your beer. You want to go to your man cave. So I tell you what the children did today, and then you just chastise them because you have to be out to make the bread, right? So in realistic times, the woman is the one that's able to make the bread. So why can't we make a compromise? I think for right now, we should use this upside down shit that the colonizer has us in to our fucking advantage. Okay, if you saying that the black woman is ruining the children, guess what? Send me out to work. They already are. Ha 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 ha. Who got the job? Me. So get your bitch ass in the motherfucking house and take care of the goddamn boys. So where you at? There's no excuse. Are y'all following me what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, Lucy. I do. I hear what
There's no blame. There's no blame. You can't put the blame on the black man or the black woman. You can't. It's a time now. Like, what are we going to do with the cards? Look, every nigga knows spades, right?
you're saying. Mm-hmm.
You got your hand. You got your hand. If you only can make 3 books, then you better be trying to renege.
She talking about spades for real. There you go.
You better be trying to renege, nigga, and you better have a damn good motherfucking partner so you don't get caught and get set back 3 motherfucking books, nigga.
Okay.
So who is your partner? Bitch, you
Okay.
got a shitty hand, black man. You got a shitty hand. I'm the one that got 6 spades, 7 spades in my hand, nigga. You got all diamonds, bitch. You got diamonds and clubs.
All
You ain't got nothing but the ace of spades. I got everything else. So is you gonna throw me that ace so it'll be an extra book and you sat back and you know how to play them other books and throw I'm talking about ace down. Let's do some real shit. Let me talk to the niggas for a minute that know spades. Let me go on this for a minute. Give me 30 seconds real quick.
right.
Let's talk
Okay.
some real spades so y'all can know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about that Joker deuce bullshit. I'm talking about that motherfucking ace down shit.
Okay.
Your female partner got the motherfucking head. Your ass got the end of the books, the 2s, 3s, the 4s. Bitch, you can't do nothing but feed her motherfucking cars because you know she done gave you the winky eyes. She ain't supposed to do that shit. Boo, I got that shit, bro. Bitch, I got Boston. Bitch, I got a Boston. Just lay back, baby. Just lay back, baby. I know, baby, you got the jack. I know you got the jack of spades, baby. I know you got the jack of spades, but I'm gonna have to crush it with the king. I gotta crush it with the king. So these other motherfuckers think we ain't got no motherfucking spades, and I can run all this shit out, and I come back with the other 5 spades I got. And no matter what the fuck they got, I'm eating all that shit. The motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. They play spades. Sometimes, like, is you gonna throw your jack out there? Cause bitch, I got a jack, bitch. I got a jack. Not the queen, cause she the bitch. Niggas always call the queen of spades the bitch. Why y'all? Matter of fact, let me hold side note on this. Side note. Why do y'all call the queen of spades the bitch? Why? Cause y'all know y'all be using that motherfucker to kill other motherfuckers. But y'all call the queen of spades a bitch. Fuck y'all. Anyway, Y'all don't want to throw that jack out there so bad, and that's the only y'all got the jack, and you got a motherfucking 8 of spades, and you gonna think you gonna throw that jack out there because you ain't seen the ace, you ain't seen the queen, you ain't seen the king. Bitch, I got them motherfuckers. I
Right.
told you to hold the jack. I told you to hold the jack because you don't even know. I might not got the king.
Mm-hmm.
I might have got the king. I got the queen though. You know what I'm saying? And I got the ace. Just hold back and wait for that 10 of spades, that 8 of spades, that 9 of spades to come on. Because when that mother, then you throw the jack, bitch, because I got to cut that motherfucker with the motherfucking queen or with the ace. But see, niggas want to throw the jack out there, be like, oh, I got a spade. Throw the jack out there. Because, bitch, just sit back. Sit back for 1 minute. I don't know if that makes sense to motherfuckers, like that spades analogy, but I'm mad. I'm mad. It's my birthday. I've been drinking this shit for like 3 days. Fuck y'all.
So dang. So Lucy, today is your actual birthday.
It was
Lucy?
12. It was on Tuesday. It was on Tuesday.
Oh,
You
so
know
you've been
what?
And I said,
partying since Tuesday?
We gonna
yeah.
give you that, sis. You know what? Because you young, you have a lot of spirit in you, and this was your birthday. I love you.
More.
I'm happy you made it to 31. You know, you got your babies, and you're in Ghana right now,
Got
and
that right.
you moving through it. You moving
Mm-hmm.
through it.
And Malcolm X's birthday is next Tuesday. And we
Okay.
are pouring libations for him. We are pouring
Okay.
libations for him because that's
All
my boo.
right.
That's my boo.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at
Towards,
all.
towards nation. Mm.
All right. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. So what we're going to do right now, everybody, is we're going to go into the next section of the song. We're going to break down those lyrics. And after we break down the lyrics of the next portion of the song, we'll close it out and bring Ladies' Night to a crescendo. I think that we had a pretty good night. You know, we had a lot to say. And, you know, I'm glad that all the ladies came through and everybody that came through, you know, to give this discussion the time that it needed. One thing that people don't understand about the Ebony Star Network and Ladies Night, you know, we're not here to just give people smoke. We're here to be able to speak our mind, whether we agree or disagree with each other, because we don't always agree. That's just the real. We don't always agree, but you know what? We have a love and respect for each other that, you know what? You can say what you need to say, and I'm not going to feel any type of way because guess what? I have the ability and the authority to say what I need to say and it be respected. There is a level of respect that we have for each other here. And that's what we're promoting here over here at the Ladies Night and Ebony Star Network is respect. You know, your opinion may not be popular. Your opinion may not be what everyone else is thinking about and what everyone else feels, but guess what? We respect it because with your opinion, you're not stepping on anybody's toes because we it's allowed. You're allowed to think what you want to think. You're allowed to feel what you want to feel without any type of feelings about it. You just do it. And that's what we do over here. Okay? So what I'm going to do right now, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and play the next portion of the song and we'll talk about it a little bit. But ladies, Lucy, you don't have to apologize for your rawness. Because you know what? That's what makes us unique and what we are. Because you know what? Vonda, Dane, Belle, Lucy, we don't all think the same. And I think that's why people come over here. I think that's why people like to listen to us because we don't always think the same. And that's okay. because we're not an echo chamber over here. And when we have people that come over here to listen to what the topic is of discussion, they listen because they're like, you know what? That's cool. You know, we're not kicking people out of here that don't think the way we think. What we do is we will reject disrespect. I'm not down with the disrespect, and we don't disrespect each other. So at the same time, think what you want to think because this is free thinking. Everybody is accustomed and able to think what they want to think. So, you know, what you bring to the table, Lucy, is an addition to what Dame and Vonda brings to the table. So there's absolutely no apologies needed. Absolutely not one goddamn apology that's needed.
Nope.
You know? So absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and play another snippet of the song and we can get into that, Dame.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Like sometimes you say you're right, but you be wrong. And still I take the blame, took all my pain, 'cause I don't wanna argue all night long. Oh, I toss and turn through the night. The morning comes and you're still not by my side. That's not the way you treat your woman. Said you would be faithful, but I can't tell. Ooh. In fact, you show me things that lets me know that your heart is somewhere else. What I'm trying to get you to see is that your better half has needs. You don't have to say one word to me. Baby, just show me you love me. And you won't have to say a word. Just show me you love me. And you won't have to say a word. Word. Word, word. You won't have to say a word. Word. You won't have to say a word. Oh, no, baby. You won't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word, no. Word, no. Just show me you love me. Yeah. And you won't have to say a word. Hey, just show me that you love me. Hey. Oh, baby, sometimes you gotta show me. Hey, she said, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me sometimes. Hey, she said, take me to the club with you sometimes. Hey, you take me out to dinner with you sometimes. Send me a bouquet of flowers sometimes. She said, get off your lazy ass and go to work sometimes. Just hang around with your boys and stay with me sometimes. I'm your one. Act like it sometimes. All I ask is that you take care. Let's say you take out the trash for me sometimes. Can you get in the kitchen and wash the dishes sometimes?
All right. So, with that being said, Charlie was really breaking it down. I mean, it got to a point in the song where he was saying, you know what? This is all you have to do. Just take the trash out. Take me to the club sometimes. What about dinner? How about you get off your lazy ass and go to work sometime? You hang out with your boys quite a bit. How about you stay in with me sometimes? Take the trash out. Wash the dishes. Is that too much to ask for my man to do for me? Now, at this point of the song, that's where it had evolved to. It didn't just get to this point in one day. It evolved to this point. So, now that I hear the rest of the song, I'm a little upset because it sounds to me like Sister Girl has been dealing with quite a bit from this man, and he thought everything was okay. You know, he's not even working. Now, first and foremost, if you're not even working, I have to tell you to work in order just for us to have just a decent day to day. There's a problem there. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. What you think, Dane?
Oh, I think it's a lot going on uh at this point. Like she's saying that she's tired of arguing. She had reached at one point just to have some peace that that she's gonna take the blame. I've seen and been in situations where you're arguing about the same thing over and over again. It's getting redundant, and you know where it's gonna lead. So you like, okay, I want some peace. If it's gonna give some peace, you say, okay, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I didn't mean to do it. And you take the pain of, taking the blame just to get some peace. You know you're right, and you know he's wrong, but just to have some peace, okay, you're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong tonight, you know, and and get some rest, and maybe if you do this, it'll be better in the morning and stuff like that. So you tossing and turning because you're frustrated, you doubting yourself, you wondering if what you feeling in your gut is right, uh, which your thoughts are right, and what you argue with him about right are the argument, and you kind of doubt yourself. Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just imagining this. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
But all the signs to tell you, you um you get into a fight, you take the blame. No, 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 no. He got to go and cool down. And you toss and turn and thinking how you gonna apologize, how you gonna make this right, that you was wrong. But you wake up, he ain't there. Haven't been there. You think, okay, maybe he's so mad he's sleeping on the sofa. So you like, he's sleeping on the sofa. Or maybe he's at one of his friends. He decided to spend the night at one of his friends, and gripe and stuff like that. Or he's drinking at the bar. If he's drinking at the bar, you praying that he ain't driving. But deep down, you thinking he's with someone else and
Yeah.
stuff. And your doubts are screaming in your ear. He's with someone else. You're a fool. All this stuff. You know you right. Okay, so now you are fed up. You are thinking all the stuff and stuff like that. He comes in and you have uh, argument about it and stuff like that. And you don't love me. You don't show. You don't treat me like your woman. You're like, what are you talking about? I do love you. I tell you I love you all the time. I'm not. No, I want you to show me that you love me, because you could say you could, be giving me mouth service. I'm not seeing it. You're like, what you mean? I sure you love you, and that's when she goes down that list. And at this point, she don't care about his his feelings getting hurt, or that she's look that he thinks that she's looking down and stuff like that. Her frustration is coming out. That build up that she been holding in, or she been swallowing that pain of taking the blame, all that comes out, and she start making that list. Okay, you could have been doing this, could have been doing that. uh why you spend more time with your friends than you do with me? Who is your woman, me or them? And stuff like, is there something you need to tell me, and stuff like that. And she goes on, and then she start going in about the stuff that would hurt his feelings. She don't care, call him lazy behind, all that stuff. And she is so she still loves him. That's fighting with this, and she's giving him a chance, but she is so freaking frustrated and mad and explosive. He look at her wrong, he breathes wrong, he said a wrong thing, and he's out the door.
Hmm.
But if he takes what she's telling him right now, he can turn things around, you know. But wrong tone, wrong look, wrong thing to say, and he's gone.
Right. Right. I can see that in many cases.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I just think that, we talked about, the previous song, and the previous song with mid condition, it dealt with, lack of adequate communication. And now we're talking about is on this song with Charlie Wilson, show me you love me. And to me, the common denominator is communication. Open your mouth and be mindful of how you speak to the other person. Opening your mouth doesn't just mean just opening your mouth and just saying what comes to mind. It means opening your mouth and speaking up as to what's bothering you. What do you think you need? What do you have to say? But with that being said, I mean, are you saying it in a way that the other person can hear what you're saying? Are you drowning the other person out? You know? I mean, with this particular song, all the woman wants to know is that he loves her. I mean, she got to the point where she was like, just send me a bouquet of flowers. Get up off
Hmm.
your lazy ass and work. Just take care of business. For Pete's fucking sake, just take the trash out and I'll be happy. Which
Shoot.
tells me if she's talking about those, individual things, what the hell was he doing? If he wasn't washing dishes and taking out the trash, but he wasn't working, what was he doing? That's what I would like to know. What was he doing?
Hmm. I think that's what she's thinking too. What the hell was he doing?
Right?
Hmm.
Right, right, right.
Hmm. But also, I think also part of the problems in both of the songs, but especially in this one, we wait until we so frustrated, our backs is to the walls, and we in a corner, and we can't take it anymore. It's gonna kill us if we don't get it out to say these things when we could have been saying them from the beginning in some cases,
Hmm.
and let the chips fall where they may, you
Yeah.
know. But no, we wait and then we explode outward, you know. And sometimes there's collateral damage. Collateral damage is usually the relationship, you know.
Hmm.
But I've also seen some of them come. out from that with an explosion like that. Is the attention gets you. If you couldn't hear me any of the other times, I was trying to tell you nicely. Oh, you gonna get it now. If I have to ram it in your head, jam it in your head. If, as I said, if take it and work the things out and change things, the relationship can survive. It be even better, even stronger, because it's all out in the open now. You
Mhm.
know, you said your feelings. You said, without the fear of losing. Sometimes that's another thing, fear of losing. Probably that's why, not just exhaustion, when she decided to take the blame, fear of losing him, of hurting him so badly he leaves and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
you take the blame for it, just to get some peace, you know, just so you don't have um to say you put a pause on that detonator that's about to go boom boom, you know. Yeah. But
Look at
yeah,
that.
communication is key, but communication all through the relationship from the beginning. If there's little things that you don't like, even if it's just like a smile irritant right now, you mention it then and stuff like that. If they're not hearing you and you said it over and over again, maybe there's something else going on. Maybe I gotta dig deep. Maybe I need help understanding what's causing this same problem over and over again. You know, sometimes it's professional help. Sometimes it's counseling. Sometimes it's an outside observer. Somebody that not emotionally attached to neither one of y'all, who can see without getting emotional, caught up in y'all emotions. hmm But hey, that goes back to honesty. But nope, we're gonna keep it quiet, and we're gonna cover it up like oysters with sand, hoping that it'll turn into a beautiful pearl. That's not the case all the time. You just got an irritant covered up until it becomes a problem and blocks off something in your body until you expel it.
Mm. Peace, y'all. I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yay, she made it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on an old Android that has not been updated in like 10 months. Isn't that amazing?
Well, whatever works.
Wait, heard what you said, man. And yeah, but how many people are willing to recognize that there's a problem, to actually talk about it like adults?
Mm-hmm.
How many choose to run and lie in order to either save face or to not even deal with the shit because their parents ain't teach them how to deal with shit because their parents ain't know how to deal with shit.
Mhm.
Some people you just gotta say fuck off and get the fuck kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? So I think the lesson here might be discernment. Discernment. And I'm not talking about the biblical shit. I'm a discernment to know when someone is worthy of your time. Number one, time. You can't get your time back. Okay? You can love again, you can like again, you can get money back, all your possessions, you can get that shit back. But your time, that is one thing that you can never, ever, 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 ever. You can put infinity behind that bitch. You're never gonna fucking get it back. So if you invest your time in someone, they have to be worthy.
Right.
So you may lose money, you may lose patience, you might lose patience, money, love, you might lose a whole lot. But was the person worth your time? Is most important question should be asking, not was, but is the person worth your time? So when you ask yourself that, then you gotta say, what is my benefit? If this person is worth my time, then that means I am benefiting. And see, that's when people get into, oh, well, if you're benefiting from somebody, you using them, you being selfish, blah, blah. Look, I don't know about y'all, but from what I know and from what I'm told, I'm only on this motherfucker one time. One time. My
Mm-hmm.
birthday just passed. I'm not gonna see 30 no more, 29 no more. I'm not gonna see none of that shit no more. Ever. Ever. Ever fucking again. So you mean to tell me with the rest of the time I got left, I'm going to spend it on who and what, so you cannot chastise me for my scrutiny. So I think we need to have more scrutiny when we deal with people, whether they're male, female, friendships, relationships, marriages, even your fucking family.
Oh, I
Because
agree with that.
you, man, because look, if you gotta tell a motherfucker kick rock, how much longer you gonna allow a person to disadvantage you? We're not talking about race. We're talking about people that you know. Let's talk with the people that you know. Before we get to white folks, what they done to us, can we deal with the people that's doing shit to us every day?
Yeah.
Can we build the confidence to tell people no when we know people taking advantage of us because you don't want to treat them without, you feel sorry for them, you want to help them, you believe in them, they got potential. Potential paves the road to hell. A whole lot more folks got potential. Do they act on it? We got to start totally reevaluating how we view ourselves and how we view people. It's not about how you feel about a person. It's about how do you want to live? Do you
Mm-hmm.
want to live your life serving other people? Or do you want to be happy? If you're happy serving other people, go for it. But what makes you happy? And when you get to a certain age, I think, look, me, I'm not willing to sacrifice my happiness. I don't give a fuck if you're my mama, my child, my best friend, my husband. I don't give a fuck. As soon as you make me unhappy, hey, you got a problem.
Right. Right. I mean,
Why can't we think about ourselves? Why are we told when you think about yourself, you're selfish? Why is that? If you don't think about you, who else is supposed to think about you? Are you going to depend on someone else to think about you and care for you how you would? And that's why I think we get so upset because we depend on other people and we look to other people to care for us and love us the way that we would love ourselves. And we
mm,
don't love ourselves that way because we look for other people to love us in the way that we should love ourselves. But we're too afraid to love ourselves. Why? Because you start loving yourself, you might have this thing called bitch, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, I don't think that, we should stop loving ourselves. We should always love ourselves. We
Mhm.
definitely should always love ourselves.
I'm talking about
Um,
beginning to love yourself. Beginning to love yourself. Because a lot of people think that they love themselves, but
Mhm.
they will sacrifice themselves for what? You say you love yourself because you make yourself pretty, you do these things, you feel good, you walk out with confidence and stuff like that. But you can have someone that has all the self confidence, all the self assurance and all that. But I guarantee if there's someone in their life that's able to railroad them, how much do you love yourself if you allow someone to railroad you? Because of what? Because they said that they loved you.
well, Skinny Boy Classic says it's okay to be selfish to a degree, is my motto. And you know what? We have to be selfish to a degree. And I believe in that wholeheartedly because guess what? If you don't love yourself, how the hell is anybody else going to love you? If you don't respect yourself, how the hell is hell is anyone else going to respect you? You have to love
Mhm.
and respect yourself first. Because once you exemplify the love and respect that you have for yourself, people are going to give that to you.
They're gonna see it.
But if you running around disrespecting yourself, not showing any love for yourself, guess what you're going to get? The same thing in return. So I agree with that.
So let me explain the selfishness a bit. What's up, skinny boy? What's up, why? Okay, so I would give you the big piece of chicken. I might take the more crispy one, but I'll give you the big one and I'll take the crispy one. See how that selfishness works? So also, I'm not going to deprive you of anything. But if I have to choose between you and me, guess who's gonna win? I'm 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 no longer allowing other people to win when it comes to me and them. Because of love. Like, yeah. And you say you love me. Is you gonna eat? I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna share my plate. I ain't talking about that type of selfishness. I'm talking about, are you willing to forgive someone when you know they hurt you? You know they did some fuck shit and they say they sorry. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now young people, I guess they say they got time. If I could rewind time, every motherfucker that had something to be sorry about, I would have been gone, just like them. You know some men do that? As soon as you make a mistake, they're gone. See, I think men value themselves on a personal level more than we do, and and I think it's by default because us we use our heart and men use their brain
Right.
or the dick or the
Right.
dick or the dick
And
or the dick
that's just
or com-
biological. That's biological. That's biological.
uh-huh or a combination of both or a combination of both, and the one that can use the combination of both, he's very dangerous. He's very, he's very. That's the one that verbal assassin was talking about. That devil dick, the demon dick, the one, yeah, the one that can use his brain and his genitals simultaneously. That's the one you end up fucked up and you don't know what happened. Your heart, your heart can fell out your chest, and you still want to have sex with him, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
That shit, that shit, that shit. Can I ask y'all a question?
Go
I want
right.
to ask. Matter of fact, I don't even want to ask y'all. I want to ask the men in the chat. There's in the men in the chat.
Okay.
How is it possible? How is it possible that you can make my heart fall out of my chest and it ignites like like uh spontaneous combustion? It fell off my chest, spontaneous combustion because of you, and I still want to have sex with you. I can't help it. How that happen?
Well, girl, you gonna have to ask a man that. What is he
That's
doing?
what I'm saying. That's what
What
I'm asking them.
is
That's
that
what I'm
black
asking them.
magic? Is that black magic? We got a few men in the chat. Lady Lucy asked a question.
I ain't saying it happened to me, but I just want to know. I ain't gonna lie, it happened to me. So I want to know, Skinny boy, you can come up here. I want to hear. I want to hear a man voice. Skinny boy, come on. I want to explain that. Explain that. Explain that. How? And then when we want to destroy everything you got, and you mad. Why? You made my heart fall off my chest, and I can't resist you.
You know
I'm,
what?
I'm,
I'm on my maximum drive now. I'm on my maximum, asking my maximum questions. I'm on my max, I'm on max shit tonight.
Well, that's where I'm gonna, give my input. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you're asking the man, what is it that you're doing? Why is it that I'm willing to still be down with you and you on some fuck shit, right? Right? That's what
Mm.
that's what we're asking.
Am I
Mm-hmm.
stupid? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? Or am I
No,
loyal?
no,
Or am I loyal? Or am I loyal?
no. What it boils down to, Miss Lucy, is that you know black women do have a certain level of loyalty. Now, we hear on, YouTube and social media that black women are not loyal. They don't have any loyal to anyone but themselves and some fuck shit. But the true to the heart, we find that's some falsehood. That's some bullshit. Um, I know for a fact that me as a black woman, I've been loyal to my man. I've been loyal to a fault because I'm always under the assumption that guess what? This shit's going to turn around and it's going to work for us.
Yeah. Yes,
Because,
I just keep on working. I just keep
'cause-
on loving.
'cause
I
this is
just
my
keep on
man
working.
and this,
Mm-hmm.
this is my man. And, I know that there's something
Mm-hmm.
better out there for us, not for me and somebody else, but for me and him. So I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
keep trying with him and I'm going to put my best foot forward because I know that there's some good shit that can happen with us. But, from the first song that we broke down, we saw that sometimes there can be some miscommunication, you know? And
Somebody getting booty calls. Who is getting booty calls? Somebody's getting Google. Somebody's getting goddamn Google. The Google fucking voice goddamn booty call. Now it is hold on. It is 5:16 a.m. in Ghana. It's 1:16 a.m. on the East Coast. Now that will make it what 10:16 on the West Coast. That is definitely officially after booty time. So who is getting booty calls? It's
Okay.
booty call time across the whole globe right now.
Oh, but before you
Which one of
before
y'all?
anybody
Which one of
answer
y'all
that,
hoes? Which one of y'all hoes is goddamn?
Lucy, Black Sea wants you to repeat the question. He couldn't hear you.
What question? I forget.
The question you asked the men.
Oh shit!
What? You
Why ain't you
forgot the
paying
question?
attention? Why ain't you paying attention?
okay, ladies, now we've had an addition to our panel and we have a skinny boy up here.
Yes, Skinny Boy. Skinny
So
Boy heard the question. Skinny
so,
Boy heard the question.
so skinny boy,
Greetings, love. What's up, y'all?
welcome to the platform. We appreciate you coming through. And what do you have to add to tonight's topic? You know,
Well, Lucy asked a question, right?
hmm
Well, I think a lot of times is first off, let's keep it 100, right?
right.
There's spiritual ties with sex. I know how we like to say we can have casual sex and keep it casual, but at the end of the day, I
Hold on,
think
Skinny Boy. Can you
sometimes
repeat the question? Hold on, Skinny Boy. Can you
you
repeat the
said
question? Because
basically you were asking how
Black Seed
can
don't remember the question, and I don't remember the question. So
you were
for the record,
basically asking how can a man still be fucked up or whatever, but you still have those ties and you still, even though you
Right.
can't stand that motherfucker, you whatever, you
My heart dropped
still
off
want
my
to have
chest.
sex with them and
Uh-huh.
things like that, right?
Uh-huh. And I'm
right?
loyal.
Right?
What you did to
Loyal,
me.
why you still loyal, and especially why you still sexually jumping. That's
Loyalty
basically the
too.
question, right?
Right?
Mm.
Well, my opinion is, first, I believe that there are spiritual ties with sex. No matter how casual we make sex, there's a tie there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Sidebar, real quick, before
Mm-hmm.
I go there. I was just telling somebody in the conversation 2 days ago. Has y'all ever we've all had casual sex, right? More men can probably relate to this than you sisters, right?
Facts.
Especially
Mhm.
men of us that have been out there at times of our life, right? I was just sitting up telling somebody, I said, man, I had a sexual encounter come to my mind. I had totally forgot about this individual. Never thought about, you get what I'm saying? I ain't seen this individual in almost 20 years, right? Why? And I'm sitting up there like, why did that thought come? Like, why didn't it just come the thought of, sometimes you'll remember somebody you ain't seen or heard from in a while, but that thought, like, why did that sexual aspect, like, why did it come to my head like, oh, I had sex with that woman? It wasn't like a visual, like, horny thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? It was just she crossed my mind. It was like, oh, I slept with her. I totally forgot that this is somebody that had been in my sexual life, is my point, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's because there's a spiritual tie there. Even though it was a one-time thing, casual, probably some shit that, like I said, probably was in my teenage years. This individual came to my mind, and that came there.
So
That
I have
this
a
was
question.
you get what I'm saying?
I
So
have a
there's
question. I have no.
yes.
I don't. I have a question with that. I have a question with that. No, I don't. So my question would be: Are you with a person engaging in sex with a different person at that time, and they did something that reminded you of that person, or were you just like chilling and kicking it,
No,
and it was just a memory,
this was some literally
that came up?
watching the Michael
Bro,
Jordan basketball documentary,
that's some good
smoking with a
shit. I
homie.
mean, bro,
Hold on.
that's
This was
good
literally
memory to
sitting up
just
watching
flash
a basketball
across you.
documentary,
Was
smoking
it a
with a
good
homie,
memory?
and
Was
this
it a good
person popped
memory?
up, and it was like, damn, where did that
Lou,
come
Was
from?
it?
let him
It wasn't.
say
This
it.
wasn't even a
Okay.
sexual
So hold on,
thing at all.
hold on.
She wants
So
to know
was
if
it a
you get
good?
some fond memories, skinny boy. Was that shit like,
Was it fun
damn,
though? Was it good though? Was it a good
No, that's what
memory
I'm saying,
though?
Lucy. I can't even remember
how
the
good it
act of the
was?
sex. It was just the fact that this person came to my mind, and it hit me that this was a sexual partner. But the act of the sex, I can't even. You get what I'm saying? This was so long ago that wasn't even. It was just boggled me that when the person came up, it came up as, yeah, this is somebody. Oh, I
How did the
slept with
person
this
come
woman.
up though? You said the
I
person
don't
came
out of
up.
nowhere. That's what I'm saying. Out of
So
nowhere.
you're by yourself. You're by yourself.
I'm literally
You're by
watching a
yourself.
basketball documentary, smoking and chilling, and that's what I'm saying. That's what made it so weird. That's how I was saying though. That's why I say it's spiritual ties, whether you want to accept that or not, even when it is a
No,
casual
I do.
encounter.
I do. I do. And let me tell you something. Since I have been in Ghana for the past 2 years, shit, that juju shit is real. It's real. Whether someone put it on you knowingly or unknowingly, it's something. It definitely is a spiritual side because when you let a man into your body, it's not just him putting his spirit in you, but he is connected to you too. So that's I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But I'm talking about nigga,
But that plays a role in
you.
why you can't stop having sex with the, like, to get back to your question.
I'm talking about
That's kind of
loyalty.
plays a
I'm
role
talking about
into
the.
that. So
But I'm talking about the loyalty too.
they can be y'all can be knowing the fuck out of each other. You can really know that this ain't the
Okay.
right person for you, but there's still that tie
Right.
there. And
Right.
then
And you know that, right?
God forbid
And you
if
know
it's
you're doing
good.
that to me, right? Do
You know
you
what I'm
know that
saying?
you're doing this to me? Do you know that you're doing this to me?
Doing what?
Hmm.
Doing what?
Do you know that you got me in a trance? Like goddamn Bryson Tiller be talking about. Do you got me in a trance with them youngins? Because you know I can't stop fucking with you, right? And I'm down with you. I'm your bottom B, right? So like we've been knowing each other for over a decade, but you never commit to me. But I'm always there. She was banging. So if through time when we turn about 37, 38, and I decide to cut you, I mean, how you gonna be mad? I had my loyalty to you. You never convinced them. What you saying was, you do all this other stuff, and I stay loyal to you. I'm speaking hypothetical because I would never be in a situation like that. I would cut you early on. But let's say because I've heard of people like dealing with each other for years and years. They got loyalty. They built a family, and like actually like the dude don't have kids with nobody else. The woman don't have kids with nobody else. They actually built a family, but the man never fucking commits. And so if she decides to cut you when you're on your 39th birthday, because y'all been fucking with each other since 19,
Huh.
uh, are you going to complain? She didn't kill you. She just put you in the hospital. And I see you fucking.
Oh, you mean literally cut him? I thought you meant
Yeah, I
like
see you.
figuratively, like cut him off. Like, oh, you
No,
really
no,
like
no,
she
no.
cut him
I
off.
see you. No, you're in the trauma in the trauma 2 unit because they got to give you units of blood and do emergency surgery because I put a K bar through your chest. I mean, I purposely missed your heart, but you know, I did enough damage where you remember where you have a nice Tupac scar down the fucking chest. You're gonna remember me because see, I've been with you since we were 19 and we have a family, and you just seem to not do what the fuck you're supposed to do. So if I cut you, am I wrong? Am I
Well,
crazy? My question is, am I crazy? That's my question. Not wrong. Am I crazy because I cut you after 20 years?
Um,
Hmm? Um, um, I'm on my Mac shit. I told y'all I'm on my Mac shit tonight. I'm on my Mac shit tonight. Yeah.
answer
I
the
ain't no baby
question.
mama. I ain't no baby mama. I stay faithful.
um,
Matter of fact, you went to jail. Matter of fact, you went to jail. You went to jail for 4.5. You went to jail for 4.5. Went to jail for 4.5. And I stayed faithful the whole time. Your homeboys was watching me, everything. Did all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you come out here and you still fucking with other bitches and shit. So I even feel after a couple, I let you slide with that, right? I let you slide with that because I know you just getting out of jail and shit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do your little 4.5 years, right? So, but I ain't had no kids with nobody else. I ain't fucking nobody else, and then and now you still ain't gonna marry me. And guess what? I held on to all the bread from all the bank robberies. I didn't held on to all the bread. Like I ain't spent none of the bread.
All
You
of
still
it?
got the bread,
Damn, you good.
but all I spent was what I needed to spend was to take care of the children. You know what I'm saying? So here it is, 19 years later. We 38, 39, and you still want to play because you just coming out of prison a couple of years ago. And what? Because now, like, you want to go to Miami. You see, oh, the thing is now the light skin. I don't wear eyelashes. I don't do see. I'm the chick that wear the sweatpants and the fucking things. If you want eyelashes, I put them on for you, but I don't do that shit. I'm the one that talks to you like this. But when you want me to turn to a girl, you already know I can. Nigga, we got 5 kids. You already know I can turn to a girl. But now all this shit coming, you want a docile. You want the shit to be. You say you sizzling. You say you sizzling, huh? What? So I cut you when I see you. And am I crazy? Because now you want to be sizzling.
What is it?
Hmm?
I still don't know what to say. You the African, huh?
well, let me ask y'all this:
Okay.
Mm.
when it comes to loyalty and all of that, because I think sometimes we really confuse loyalty and love sometimes with fear and sometimes with lust. So, like, I'm saying this from personal experience too. Like, sometimes you think that's what it is, but then when you look back on it, it's been times that
like I've stayed in the 8-year situation because that very attitude. Man, I've been here 8. I've been here 5 years now. I mean, you feel me? I'm invested. Then you look up, 5 turns to 6, 6. Then you look up, it's like fuck, it's 10 years now.
Exactly.
Still
Exactly.
ain't
Hell
married.
no.
We
I
still
feel
ain't.
you
You
on
feel me? So
that.
I
I feel
understand
you
the
on that, Skinny
frustration,
boy.
huh?
I feel you on that. I do.
Yeah. So
With
I understand
Sharon,
the frustration
is Sharon involved?
that women may have with that when you standing in that situation, then you get nothing out of it. At the end of the day, you get the short end of the stick. Sometimes I think um, sometimes we have to sit back though. In retrospect, it was like, nigga, that wasn't loyalty. That was really just fear of me starting over. A lot of that was fear, like you get what I'm saying. Like I'm used to, not only that, and then if you want to talk about sexually, I'm used to this motherfucker. I ain't, you know what I'm saying. I ain't trying to be out here chasing every skirt now. So it's like, man, I'm used. You know what I'm saying? Because we get caught up in that shit too, where it's like, you know what? I want some ass. I'm gonna just call. You feel me? Because you comfortable there. Y'all know each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a comfortability there. It's that sexual tie there. All that's there. You feel me? So sometimes I think a lot of it, we confuse love and loyalty with just fear, or you know what I'm saying, or
Wait.
investment. You get what I'm saying?
I got a question, Skinny boy. Are you talking about that with just someone that you had a previous relationship with, or someone that you have a child with? Because me, in my opinion, I only see that happening with someone that I've had a child with.
I ain't hear nothing you said, sis. You was really choppy. Did anybody else hear it?
She was saying,
She
do you
asked.
feel that way with regards to someone you had a child with or someone you didn't have a child with? Now, my answer to that question, and it wasn't even asked to me, I don't think it matters whether you had a child with that person or not. If you're committed to that person and you've, dedicated a certain amount of your life and time to that person, I don't give a damn if I've had a child with you or not. You know, do we have something, right?
Mhm.
No, because it depends on how old the child is. Because if first of all, if you got a child with somebody and the child ain't grown yet, first of all, that service opened up for a reason. It don't open up for everybody. And if you have a child with somebody, there was a significant bond that you opened yourself up as a woman. As a woman, see, you can have sex with a nigga, get your rocks off, you know what I'm saying, and not open yourself up, you know what I'm saying. But when you open yourself up to a man and he implants a child in you, that's a significant bond. That doesn't just happen like that. You know what I'm saying? It takes chemistry to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So someone that has a child with somebody, unless they absolutely detest each other, there's always a chance, unless it's been years gone by, or they're actually adults, and they say, "Hey, look, it didn't work out. We're getting a divorce. We're not going to be together anymore." But on some regular nigga shit, man, niggas always has the ability to fuck his baby mama, and baby mama has always had the ability to fuck the baby daddy. Trust.
Well, okay.
Unless you got that shit cleared, unless it is clear what the situation is going on, if you're serious about being with a person, you need to meet that motherfucker. You need to meet the baby daddy. You need to meet the baby mama. I don't give a fuck if they not in if everybody that's a single parent don't fall in that baby daddy. See, I don't call everybody baby daddy, baby mama, because being a single parent is different from being a baby daddy to being a baby mama. But I'm talking about baby mama, baby daddy. Because when you a baby mama and you a baby daddy, that's some other shit. That's some other shit. That's some other shit. Um, but if someone is widowed or they're a widower or they went through a divorce or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, to me, that shit is like clean, clean, and clear. So baby daddy, baby mama shit, they still fucking. They can come around. It
right.
come on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All
What
right.
you say, skinny boy? You a man? What you say?
Skinny boy, he dropped off. He said he'll be
Oh
back.
shit.
But
Okay.
what I would like to do right now is at this point, the time frame we're coming to our closing arguments. And what I'd like to do is take a small musical break and then come back and let the ladies and whoever is on the panel give their closing, remarks to regards to the No Words, song that we played from Charlie Wilson. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and take a small musical break. And Dame and Lucy, when we come back, if you could give your closing remarks, and we're going to go ahead and close out Ladies Night. We're at the 3.18 mark, and I think it's been a good show tonight. I want to give thanks and shout outs to the chat who has been very supportive to us. We've had Skinny Boy here, Hassan Burton. We've had Callie Jane from the Gray Regime. Gray Regime, very great supporters of ours. K Black Seed Supreme. Okay. So right now I'm going to go ahead and play a short musical break and we'll be back shortly, people. Okay.
Let's take a little time and talk about it. What's going through your mind? Be shaking. Oh, it looks so right. I wanna ride. I would be lying if I didn't tell you. It made me wanna flip and you can tell me you ain't feeling this.
Go ahead on and answer that booty call. I don't know why y'all not trying to answer that booty call. Whoever is getting that booty call, you can answer that motherfucker. Motherfucker's calling.
No, stop that. Not everything is a booty call. And if it
I
is,
ain't
so
phone.
what?
So this time, look at that really is. It's a booty call. On the West Coast, it's a booty call.
You
Y'all
better be
funny. Y'all
glad.
funny. Y'all funny on ladies night. Y'all funny. Y'all want to play on music and shit. Y'all funny. Somebody getting a motherfucking booty call on this beach. And y'all funny. Y'all want.
Hey, you got your booty call right next to you. So don't be
Don't
jealous.
mute me, goddammit. Don't mute me, goddammit. Don't mute me. Somebody's getting a goddamn booty call.
Yeah. And you keep it up, you're gonna hear my booty call loud and clear. Now, shh. We're taking a music break.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Dance with your boo.
All right, everybody. Right. Okay. So that was a short musical break by Coffee Brown. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go into our closing arguments, okay? Or our closing remarks. Um, so the topics for tonight, we're going to do a recap how men fall out of love and men condition. And we also talked about submission and you don't have to say a word. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go through the panel. And I'd like to first start with Dame Frankie and then with Lucy to give your input as to what your closing arguments are, how you feel about the topic, and then we're gonna go ahead and close out ladies' night, okay?
Okay.
So take it away, ladies.
Okay. These songs shows when we choose wrong from the men's side, from the women's side, and when we ignore red flags, when we don't speak up, when something is bothering us or we don't like something, when we don't dig deeper into the relationship, and then we keep things bottled up inside until they explode towards the end. As black people, we need to get beyond that. We got to get beyond thinking a flag is cute. Okay, yeah, she may look kind of cute when she's angry, but pay attention to what she's angry about, why she's angry. The same thing for him. Pay attention to what he's angry about, why he's angry. Talk to him. Try to find out. Talk to him. Try to find out what's going on. If something bothers you, admit to it. Don't let fear that they're gonna leave keep you from being honest and stuff like that. If they're gonna leave, better they leave now in the beginning than later after you invested so much time into them and you wonder what were you thinking or what you saw in them, or you get twisted up in the emotional bodily combination, or you have some little people involved pulled into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, we shook off courting, and yeah, and we think dating is more of a hookup than what it's supposed to be. It's a way of vetting. We gotta pray and look for a discernment. Don't be the thing about courting. It wasn't just you involved. Sometimes other people is involved in the courting process. So they can see things you're not seeing. You usually not supposed to date alone. You're supposed to have a chaperone. Let's bring. I know it sounds weird. Let's bring back the chaperone. Yeah, nobody wants the third wheel on their date, but hey, at some point you might want to bring a person in so they can give you an honest evaluation of it. Are you ignoring red flags? Are you not asking pertinent questions? You're not digging a little deeper to a clue that was given, or a slip that was given, or not, stuff like that. Do the thing of I bring a friend, you bring a friend thing, but you tell your friend, hey, I need you to be with my eyes and my ears and my mouth. I want you to ask the questions. I want you to listen because I might be missing something because he looks so good, or she looks so good. I might be blinded by the body. Okay, so yeah, we need discernment, we need honesty, we need communication, and we need to push past our fears of being alone.
That's very poignant, Dame. I do agree with that wholeheartedly. Communication is very important, and we need to take our time. when we get into these relationships. A lot of times when we're young, we don't take the necessary time. And that's understood. And I can give some concessions for that, but after a certain period of time, it's like, you know what, it's time to, put on our grown up panties and our drawers, and we need to do what we have to do. So, with that being said, yeah, communication is very important, and, demonstrative actions with regards to how we, show our love to our counterpart, which is what the other topic was about, showing your love, communicating and showing your love. I don't see what the hard part with regard to that is. So if we can communicate effectively, with our partner before everything goes to hell, that would be good, you know? So, I mean, what do you have to say, Lucy?
My question would be is why are humans afraid of being human? And then when you do some human shit, you want to use being human as an excuse for your fuck shit.
Right?
You have to come to a certain point in your life where you decide what you want. And everyone knows you live once, you die once. So you
Right?
have to make a decision on how you want to live your life. If you want to live your life doing bullshit, bullshit's going to happen to you, and you can't fault me because I put a Glock in your feet. So when it comes to relationships and dealing with other people, and when I speak of relationships, I'm talking about with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your business transactions. I'm talking about everyone. These are all relationships that you are building with people. When you're introduced to someone, you're only going to get out of that interaction what you put into it. And if it's not good for you, and you know it's not good for you, look, you're going to see people ignore that feeling in their stomach, that gut wrenching feeling, when that feeling in their stomach, and they say, don't fuck with that person. But what the person is saying sounds so much better than what your gut telling you, so you ignore your gut. You can't be mad at what happens to you after that. We need to start listening to ourselves, because for some reason we think that just because you're in a body in flesh and people call you say you're human, oh, I can do these things to you because I'm human. I make mistakes. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Right?
I don't take no excuses. When you get to a certain age, you know exactly what the fuck you're doing. Because you know what hurts you and you know what don't hurt you. You know what makes you feel good and what don't make you feel good. And if something that you're doing to me doesn't make me feel good, but it makes you feel good, it's a problem. Now it's up to me to rectify it. And if I rectify it, how can you call me crazy?
Right?
How can you say something wrong with me? Because this life, this thing we call life, you cannot take this for a fucking joke. And all this fairy tale, fall in love, this whole shit where everything is happily ever after. Nah, COVID has showed us what the fuck real life is the fuck about. And you got family members. Come on, y'all. Think about it. My question to everybody tonight, and I'm going to end it here. How do you want to spend the rest of your life from today? I don't care if you're 15, 21, 31, 55, 85. Whatever age you are today, how do you want to spend the rest of your life? Most people answer says, I want to be happy. Okay, so ask yourself another question. What will it take to make you yourself fucking happy? Is it someone else or is it you? I love y'all. I'm so glad to be back. Ladies' night is the shit. Peace and love to everyone on the panel. And peace and love to everyone in the chat. If you have not subscribed, hit that notification bell on the Evidence Star Network. You is slipping on your motherfucking pippin.
All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining us for Ladies' Night tonight. Tonight, I think it was a great show. We broke down a couple of songs, and we actually, we gave our raw feelings as to how we feel with regards to these topics. And if it were not for the input from the ladies on our panel and our wonderful chat, we wouldn't have a show. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to give thanks to Dame Frankie, Lucy, and Belle Mort. And most importantly, I'd like to give thanks to Maximum Black for making this possible, for bringing forth this platform to where us ladies can come together and have a discussion with other men and talk about how we feel with regards to these issues. Skinny Boy came up on our panel. Thank you, Skinny Boy, for joining us. Emmanuel Briggs, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us for Ladies' Night. Hassan Burton, thank you for coming through. You are a staunch supporter of Ladies' Night, and I appreciate you so much. Callie Jane, the Gray Regime. Gray Regime has been a great supporter of the Ebony Star Network, and we need to give our love and our support back to them. Okay? K Black C Supreme, you came through, you joined us for Ladies' Night, and I appreciate that. Tonight was a great show, and I just want to remind everybody, please join us next Saturday. One thing you guys have to understand, Ladies' Night is every Saturday night type thing. So regardless of what the topic is, what you're doing, where you at, or who you're with, there's going to be a Ladies' Night. So your only job is to hit that button, tune in, and find out what's going on with us. Okay? So without further ado, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping through for Ladies' Night. Join us next week, because guess what? Team Black Star is going to be coming through to Ladies' Night, and I don't know what's going to happen when Team Black Star comes through. Because when Team Black Star comes through, you never know what's going to happen. So next week, next Saturday.
Who the?
Yes.
Who the?
Yes.
Who the?
Huh? What?
Who the?
Yeah.
Who the?
Team Black Star. Team Black Star. That's going to be Maximum Black. Maximum Black. He's going to come through with some stuff for us.
Oh.
Yeah, Team Black Star. That's Maximum Black. That's the Dark Knight. Dark Knight. You never know what you're going to get when he comes through. Okay.
Yeah, that's facts.
K Black C Supreme, I hope you're able to get on one of these panels one night. You know, you a cool brother, and I appreciate you and your support. And, and hopefully we'll see you on one of these Ladies' Night. You're going to come through on these panels because you are a staunch supporter as well. So next week, Team Black Star is going to come through on Ladies' Night. Team Black Star is Maximum Black, the Black Knight. And we never know what he's going to bring through. We never know what he's going to come up with. But at the end of the day, we're prepared for it. and we gonna deal with it. So,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, I just want to thank you so much. This was a great ladies' night. We had a great topic. We had a great discussion. Belle Mort came through. The beautiful Lucy came through. Lovely Dame Frankie was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I am your host, Vonda of Ladies Night. So we're going to go ahead and close out, people. But I just want to remind you, don't forget to stop through next Saturday for Ladies Night. Okay?
All right.
Oh yeah, what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Y'all got one. A night that's special everywhere. From New York to Hollywood. It's ladies' night, and girl, the feeling's good. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. On disco lights, your name will be seen. You can fulfill all your dreams. Party here, party there, everywhere. This is your night, baby. You got to be there. Ladies' night, and the feeling's right. So sweet, so fine, you all look so divine. Yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Romantic lady, single baby, sophisticated mama. Come on, you disco lady. Yeah, stay with me tonight, mom. Yeah. If you hear any noise, it ain't for boys, it's ladies' night. It's about ladies' night, stepping out ladies' night. It's about ladies' night, stepping out ladies' night. Yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. On disco lights, your name will be seen. You can fulfill all your dreams. Party here, party there, everywhere. This is your night, baby. You got to be there. Well, this is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. This is your night.
your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright.